Hey, what's really going on? Welcome everybody to Vino Entertainment TV, which we talk about gun violence, domestic violence, being molested, and also we feed the unfortunate. Vino Entertainment TV is always in the neighborhood, kicking and having fun, cutting up. Y'all know how we do. What's up, TT? That's my sister TT in the chat. What's going on, TT? What's going on? That boy DC in the chat. What's going on? What y'all doing? Man, look here. We got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about. These people have lost their mind. I mean, man, they crazy out here. They crazy out here. So I hope everybody been doing good, and I hope everybody been keeping warm because it sure is cold in Texas. Boy, it's cold to me. I don't know about nobody else, but I don't like the cold weather. So y'all know how they go, right? Right. But we got a great show. Talk about the Lyft driver, the wrongful arrest. We got, things that we're going to have to talk about that's happening right now that's trending. And a lot of things need to be stopped and we need to be talked about what's going on. But first, I want to talk about this guy, which is I wouldn't say it's gun violence, but I would just say that it was a freaking incident that happened a few minutes ago. In Texas City, it was a shooting. A teen boy shot brother, but father passed away. So what happened was a 17-year-old Joshua Gonzalez was accidentally shot by his 15-year-old brother in Texas City. Their father, Julian, they call him Jay Gonzalez, passed away of a heart attack while trying to save him. So let's give him, let's make sure we put some prayers out for those people, y'all. I mean, that's really sad. Daddy and son passed away. Father passed away trying to help his son, and it was a lot on him, and he had a heart attack, and they were some Hispanic brothers, kings, that we want to call them. But yeah, that's very sad. But y'all, I said that to say this right here. You just never know what might happen. You just never know when your day may come. You just never know. I mean, it can happen and that's called a blink of an eye. That's called a blink of an eye, y'all. You never know. You never know. That's why it's always give you love, all your kisses and hugs, as they say, and as my grandmother used to say. Don't give me my flowers when I'm not here. I'm gone. Give me my flowers while I am here. So this year, I'm going to try to give my flowers out where they are due. Only where they're due now. You never know. So, I always try to give our flowers out where they're due. Because we just don't never know. We just never know. For instance, a couple of months back, somebody I knew had a roommate, and he went to go get the roommate something to eat. Came back, thought the roommate was asleep. The roommate passed away, just like that. When he went back there to wake him up the next morning to go see if he wanted anything for breakfast, the man was dead cold. Yeah, you never know. That's why you should live every day like you should last. Amen. You just never know. That's why they bickering, fussing, and cussing. You slide me on through with that because I ain't got time for that. It's just too much going on. Life is short. I love life. And shoot, I got my son, and we got to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Time is short. Don't go to bed mad. I don't like to go to bed mad. Things happen at nighttime when you go to bed at night. I don't like to leave home mad. People have accidents, car wrecks and stuff. You see what I'm saying? You like, damn, I was just fussing at them. Whatever. Prime example, Mariah Carey. Her sister and them got into it, wasn't getting along. What happened? Mother passed away and sister passed away. You know what I'm saying? So it's best not to hold grudges too long. To give people their flowers when it's due, and cut all that fuss and cussing. Now that shit making me sick. They getting on my nerve. But sometimes you got to give some of that stuff out. Yeah, thank God, every night. Sometimes you got to get it out sometimes. Sometimes you got to give a person what they want. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people need what they need. And, I can't get mad for people cutting a person's head off because they keep messing with you, picking at you, things like that. That's what you do. That's called life. You know what I'm saying? When I go to bed, man, I still wake up and get things started over. Clean starting. Slate. Amen, TT. I do too. I do the same thing. I don't go to bed mad. I ain't got time for that. I might have a heart attack in my sleep. I'm mad. What I'm mad for? Hey, Monell, what I'm mad for? Go to bed mad for nothing. Hey, Pep, I ain't going to bed. I ain't going to bed mad. I got to live my life. Shoot. And that's why I tell people, don't go to bed mad. You know what I'm saying? Solve them problems before you go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave home with all that carrying on, fussing, carrying on. Leave home with a good attitude. I'm telling y'all, man, things is rough, y'all. Things is rough, and we all love life, right? We all love life. So that's all I'm saying. Anyway, we're gonna get the show started. Hey, Pap, hey, Monell. Got that boy Monell, DC in the chat. We got Monell, we got Pap in the chat. We got TT. Hey, that's what we're going to do over here. We're going to get on down over here. Live your best life. Never know when God calls. No, you never know when God calls, DC. That's right. That's right. And I'm telling you, I call all the time. I always, hey, Sarah, baby. I always call my aunties in California. I always call back home in Arkansas, check on my elders. My son will tell you, I'm always calling and checking on my elders all the time. And my sisters and brothers leave up to me. You call them. What? You call the elders. Why I got to call them? Why y'all can't call them? You can call. You ain't doing no. You good at it. You call them. So I always call the elders. I even call my mother's friends that's still living right today. I still call them and check on them right today. You know, it just in me. And, especially ones my mama grew up with, went to school with, played hopscotch and jump rope with and stuff like that. Yeah, I still call and check on those people. It's good to check on people because you just never know. You just never know, y'all. Y'all just never know. That's life, y'all. That's called life. And we all love. I don't know nobody in this chat don't love the life that they living. I mean, you might don't like the life that you living, but you living life, you breathing air. You ain't up under the dirt. You know what I'm saying? You ain't none of that. You ain't still be to see the sunlight, the nighttime. You still be able to function. So while you can do all them things, give your thanks every morning. Everybody prays, say thanks to God in their own different way. That's what you do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Let me get started. I'm gonna drop the link in one moment. Don't wanna make a scene. What's going on now, my voice? Now, my voice. What it do, sister? What it do, girl?
I'm good. How are you? Salute to the chat.
I'm doing
Girl, what
pretty.
man you got over here playing these love songs?
Oh no,
I'ma be the one you
we old school over here.
want.
We old school over here. You know, we already
Yeah.
trained over here. You know, you got to
You
train
got
over
a
here.
new freak. Let's go.
We don't need to be
Turn
trained
it.
to maintain. We already trained to maintain over here.
What we doing today?
Shoot, not too much enough talk about these crazy people, girl. These some crazy folks out here.
Girl, these people, that's an understatement. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, I was sitting up here last night, right? I had me now you guys know I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? So I had a couple of apple martinis, right? And here in Arizona, you don't see chemtrails, right? And I was
Right.
outside, you know how nice it is in Arizona and stuff, and I seen some chemtrails, and I was like, is them chemtrails? And I'm sitting up
Mm.
here thinking to myself, I mean, these chemtrails are getting out of hand. I think whatever is in the food, whatever's in the air, you know how they talked about the 5G and what they're doing with the
Yep.
towers and the frequencies
Mm-hmm.
and stuff.
Yep.
So I think they literally driving us crazy. I'm serious, perp, because these people is losing it, honey.
they
It's
they they.
like I think about me being in the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And think about how we would be outside and how we would be either on our skateboards or on our bikes with nobody on their stuff. You know, it seemed like everybody, certain people was pretty much normal. There was a couple of crazies until the
Right.
crack era. Even when the crack era came, they wouldn't this messed up. So what's going on? For real.
I don't know. People are they are different now. In this century, they way different from where the era I come from. I never thought I'd be living in a world with this much crime and unaliving and robberies and domestic and greedy people. And I never thought I'd see. I never thought I would live
Yeah.
here. You know, my mom.
No.
If it was like that when I was growing up, my mom didn't speak to things like that. I didn't hear things like that. She kept things away from us, so I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, well, you know what, Perp? I don't know if, you were raised kind of like me, but first of all, you don't be in grown folks' business. You get
Mhm.
the heck outside and you stay outside. You want to drink, you drink from the water hose and shit, right?
Yeah, yeah, we
and,
did
and
too. Yeah.
when that light come on at the end, of the
Mhm.
block, then you bring your ass in, and then you come in, wash your hands and shit, you eat, take your shower, and you go to bed. Like,
Mhm.
we were out all day, right? In the 80s, we weren't
That's
like, that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? Things are just so different. I can't get my baby to go outside and play because he's
sure.
got so
I
many
had jump rope.
electronics.
I had my marble bag. Hmm.
Yeah, double dutch.
Yeah, I had marble bags. Girl, I had marble bags. I had marble bags. I had chalk. I had jacks. I had everything. I had jump rope. Mama made sure I had nothing. Wherever I need to go outside, just keep me out there.
Yeah, girl, can't nobody mess with me in jacks. Anybody want to play me in jacks?
I do.
Right, hopscotch, you know what I'm saying? We was doing big shit back then. Like, they not doing that no more.
Nah,
And
they
these
don't know what
people are
hopscotch
losing their
is.
minds.
These kids don't know what hopscotch is. They don't know what it is. A hula hoop. Too, baby. I just hula hoop. Can you hula hoop now, my watch?
Yeah, I could hula hoop, but I can't do it for long. I'm built funny. My bad built ass and shit. The hula hoop be sitting up right up underneath my titties on top of my stomach.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you told me you know how to hula hoop, so I know you know how to take care of your business. Then okay, let's move right along. You can talk well. You can talk well.
Let's go. Let's go, Bert. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Hula hoop, mother. Girl, please. Uh huh. Hula hoop to a baby. That's what happened to me. Girl, hula hoop right on in there with some sperm. Right up in there with a. Let me stop.
Yeah, honey.
Girl, yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
long as
we
you know how
did,
to hula
Perp.
hoop, baby. Long as you know how to hula hoop, baby, you know your mom taught you well.
Right. Right. I'm telling you, we had so much stuff and it was fun.
It
You know
was
what I'm
fun.
saying? It was fun. And we lived in this apartment complex, right, Perp, that had a security guard. So we would play this game, in the evening called Ditch the Guard. We mess with the guard and then run and hide, in different places and stuff. And I live in Arizona, so y'all know that they did the Negro knocking.
Oh, girl, yeah, I
Cause
love
this
that. Yeah, we did it too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like it was just so much fun outside and meeting different people and everything. It's like it's different now. It's different. Remember back then you have about 20 friends. Now, you know what I'm saying? These kids ain't got no friends because they stay on their electronics all day. Even
Yeah.
I had to tell Noah the other day when we went and ate, put your phone down. Let's eat. You know what I'm saying? No
Yeah.
more carrying the telephone to the dinner table or out
Right.
and eating. You know what I'm saying? No more of that.
Yeah, TT. TT said, yeah, I was twisting them hips too young, talking about a hula hoop.
Girl, tear that hula hoop up. Perp, you already know. If you put that hula hoop and you go around and it falls to the ground, you ain't no good.
You hear me?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, girl. It's true.
Girl, these
Know
people
how to
is
hula hoop
something
is
else.
very important to know how to hula hoop. Very important to know how to hula hoop.
Yeah.
You learn at an early age, about 7, 8, you be learning how to hula hoop, baby, around the house.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
And
good.
then uh what I used to love that I, was doing when I was at that age too is you don't see that they've shut down like most of the roller skating rinks and they've shut down the ice skating rinks. We used to have 4 ice skating rinks here in Phoenix and probably have about 6, roller, what you call. We don't have any more skate rinks and stuff no more.
Mm.
I think we might have one and that's Great Skate, but yeah, they shut down all the ice skating rinks.
We have plenty here in Texas, girl. We got plenty of skate rinks here in Dallas, Texas. I mean, plenty.
Yeah, they shut them all down. I guess the people wouldn't going and stuff.
Yeah, I be out there trying to roller skate, but girl, woo, Lord, but I just don't want to fall and break no bones.
Okay,
They
you
don't
right
hear like
about
they used
that.
to. They don't hear like they used to, girl. They don't hear. They don't hear like
Girl, we
they
used
used
to hit that stuff. I remember when I
to.
learned how to skate backwards, girl, I thought I was the shit.
You too, girl.
Hey, Perp, you learn how to skate backwards, you think you is that bitch up in there. Do you hear
Wait a
me?
minute. Now
Me
I
and my
knew I
friends.
was the shit. Now my watch, but I learned how to dance on the motor scooters. You heard me?
Oh,
Dance.
yes. Oh yes, honey, and me and my 3 friends, we all wear the same outfits and stuff. Y'all, let's go get us the same outfits and shit, girl. Yeah, our parachute pants and shit, girl. Yes, those are the days. I'm telling you.
Baby, we partied, baby. We had a good time. And back then we had out in the community. Somebody would have I have a Winnie roast or have a block party back in the day, and we had stuff pickles and candy and hot dogs and hamburgers and nachos and sodas and chips and stuff. And we used to have fun back in the day. These kids up here today, they don't really know how to have no fun. We rode
No, and you,
four-wheelers, dirt bikes and stuff, girl, all that. Horses, well, in the country, but all that.
yeah, and you know what too? Back in the day, right? Our parents told us about stranger danger, right?
Hmm.
My mama probably didn't have to tell me but one time, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't talk to nobody, you don't get no car, you don't fall for the puppy, help me find my thing, here's some candy stuff. You got to tell your kids that every single day now.
We
Every
do.
single day, Noah walk out that door, and he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, mom, I know. Don't talk to nobody, don't get in the car with nobody, but it's like that for real. And then, I mean, Noah was only 11 years old, and I already had to tell him, hey, if an officer or police, you encounter that, you stop, you don't argue, you do what he say. Why are we teaching our kids at 11 years old as little black boys? You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
it comes to, police and stuff, it makes them afraid of them. You know what I'm saying? Officer friendly is supposed to be friendly. And what happened to our other stuff? What happened to Dare? What happened to Dare in the school?
It left out back in the 1990s and back in 96, 90, not back to 2000, 99. It's when it left out, just left. They got all about
Yeah. Well, what
sexual
happened to all
harassment.
that stuff? Like, what
Yeah,
happened to Smokey and
yeah.
all them characters and stuff that was on TV? Now we see some stuff with, I don't have any problem with the LGBT community at all, but if you look on TV, it's no more that educating stuff. Like they full out there right now. Men
T,
on men, women on women on
yeah,
daytime TV.
yeah. TT, when you were just bougie in school, bougie scary. TT said, I wouldn't even skate. I was posted up sucking a lollipop with my bamboo earrings, and I was too cute to fall on some skates. Oh, you were bougie, TT.
Ah, not the bamboo. She had the bamboo earrings, girl. I had some too. Let's talk about it. I love my bamboo earrings. I even had some that had my name on it. I had got them done
Oh,
in Philly, girl. I thought I was the shit.
no, you didn't, girl.
Yes, yes. But she right. I mean, it's not like that no more.
It ain't.
You
It ain't.
know?
It ain't. But let's check out this Lyft driver, y'all. Y'all be careful. Do y'all actually look at the license plate with the Lyft driver? Do y'all look at the color of the person in the car and what color? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all actually look at them things before y'all just get in the car? Y'all just jump in the car and just ride on out. Do y'all? I mean, how y'all get in the car and don't know the driver? The driver might look crazy or something. I'm not gonna get in the car with no Lyft driver. He looking crazy. I'm not gonna do it.
Me neither. And let me tell you, the only time that I've taken like the Uber and the Lyft is like if we go somewhere and drink and we know that we gon' drink and everything, then we'll use the Uber or the Lyft because you know how I am about drinking and driving.
Yeah. Right.
But all the times on your phone, it shows you the car, it shows you the person, it shows you what they look like and everything. So why is people just jumping in there? You know what kind of car, you know what the person looks like on the app before
Yeah.
they even get there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's scary. It's real scary. Let's check out this video right quick. Oh man. I know I ain't getting a car with nobody. It's scary. Let me see what I do. Right, here we go.
A 17-year-old girl in North Carolina who called a Lyft driver to pick her up said, "Not long after I got in his car, I started to feel unsafe. He started making comments that made me feel uncomfortable. He was saying stuff like, 'If you wasn't so young, I'll date you,' and 'How many boys have flirted with you?' And then he started spraying something in the air. And at first I thought it was air freshener because his car smelled like cigarettes. But after he kept spraying it, I realized it was something else. And I started to get lightheaded and dizzy. And that's when I said to myself, I gotta get out of here. I'm not gonna allow myself to pass out and go to sleep. So I opened up the door and I jumped out." A spokesperson for Lyft said, "We've removed the driver from using our platform, and we will assist law enforcement with their investigation." Police said there are no charges being filed in this incident. Listen, this 17-year-old girl said, "I'll probably never order another Lyft again." Well, being that the police is not going to prosecute the person who almost kidnapped you, I would say you're making the right decision. And to be honest, I don't feel like any female should be getting in these car services by themselves. It's just not safe.
I wonder what the hell was he spraying in the car?
I don't know, something to obviously incapacitate her in some type of way. But you know what I think is even
Straight.
scarier, Perp, is they have Uber Teen now. So they'll pick up your kids. You don't need an adult in the car. So I'm
Yeah,
like, Uber teen, that's scary.
that's real scary, girl. That's real scary. That's real scary. I wouldn't be able to do that. But now my watch, you do Noah play? Is Noah an online gamer?
Yes, honey. And an attorney called me last week, baby, because addicted.
Yeah. Do you get scared sometimes that he might get the wrong people on the line with him or anything like that when he be playing the game?
Well, see, this is the thing. I have my phone is connected to his Xbox and
Okay.
his telephone, and I haven't figured out how to do the VR gear yet, but I could see his chat. I could see everything on the phone. They have all kind of parental controls. They have mirroring on there where you can mirror what your kid's watching. If Noah tries to download something or
Mhm.
he tries to, which call, I have to, accept it. So they do have a lot of apps that parents can use. They just have to use them. They got to use
Okay.
them. They got to go through their phone. There's no privacy for kids anymore. When they be like, "Oh, private," ain't no motherfucking privacy because people are crazy out here. So yeah, I go through Noah's phone frequently, and anything he tries to download or anything, it pops up on my phone.
Okay. The reason why I asked this lady was a gamer, and she was playing with the wrong people. Check it out.
A warning for online gamers after police say a man became obsessed with his co-player and ended up stalking her and trying to kill her. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii.
This morning, a warning for online gamers after police say two men traveled from Canada to California to find and attack a fellow female gamer.
We know that gaming, online gaming, is a big thing nowadays, and you just have to be cautious.
Law enforcement says Canadian Devin Vanderhoff and a Monterey County woman knew each other from online gaming after playing together for years. They say last week, Vanderhoff and his friend, Darius White, took a flight and traveled to her home.
It led to what we are calling an obsession, to where the point that Mr. Vanderhoff ended up flying from Canada down to Salinas, California, began following our victim and getting to know her pattern of life.
Authorities say the two men posed as delivery drivers holding a package. They say when the woman's boyfriend answered the door, Vanderhoff stabbed him. When the woman jumped in to help, she was stabbed as well. Both the boyfriend and Vanderhoff were taken to the hospital. Vanderhoff's friend got away, but was arrested at the airport.
Guys coming from Vancouver to Salinas to pose as an Amazon delivery person and stab somebody. I mean, it's extraordinary.
Law enforcement says this all could have been a lot worse because inside that package were handcuffs, duct tape, and knives. They say it's a cautionary tale for online gamers.
Don't divulge personal information to people because you just don't know who is on that other end.
Both men are charged with attempted murder. Authorities say the woman is okay. The boyfriend is recovering.
You got to be careful with them online gamers, y'all. I don't really know nobody that play games like that online. I don't know nobody. They should get the message.
Yeah,
You
they
should.
be crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Excuse me. Yeah, Ooh,
Yeah, yeah.
y'all.
I need,
Let me
I need
tell
what
y'all about
you
this
got over
weed.
there.
Oh, about this CBD. Ooh,
Put
ooh.
it in the
This
mail. Put it
CBD,
in the mail.
girl,
Just put it in the mail.
girl.
Put it in the mail. Put it in
Ooh-wee.
the mail. Put it in the mail.
Ooh, I think I'm going back to gummies, y'all. Woo.
Yeah, man. But
But
y'all
I'm
know
gonna tell you,
anybody that's
Perp, that
online like
online
that?
gaming
Y'all tell them
is
be
something
careful.
serious.
Yeah, I
Yes,
see that.
baby.
I didn't know that. I
Hey,
didn't know it like that.
salute to everybody in the chat. Yes, it is, but let me tell you something. I know Xbox, which is Windows and stuff, they've gotten a lot tougher because Noah got banned. And like when you get banned the first time, you get banned for like 48 hours and then 7 days and then 30 days because I
Yeah.
think he probably be checking out his mama too much because Noah's a troll. So he talks a
Yeah.
lot of big stuff. You know, when they playing games and be like, man, you ain't this and you ain't that and you can't beat me. And, Noah got a little outrageous one time and was trolling a little too much.
Yeah.
And they will, so they're getting better with having people on there like undercovers and stuff like that
Yeah.
online and everything. So but I'm gonna tell you, perp, that's dangerous, but anything dangerous, rather if it's on online gaming, whether if it's on YouTube, um TikTok, IG. These people are obsessed out here and they prey on people,
Yeah.
and very simple for them to meet up or stalk you or anything like that. It happens on a daily.
Titi said,
Social
"Not my
media.
watch." Not my watch. Titi said, "Get you a breathing treatment." She don't need no breathing treatment. She need just put it in the mail. Put it in the mail.
Girl, breathing treatment. Yeah, I'm gonna breathe this good CBD right into my lung. That's a breathing treatment. I'm gonna take. Look, Perv, here goes breathing treatment. Y'all know I'm over here. This CBD gonna have me silly all night, y'all. Listen, y'all.
You crazy? Yeah, just put it in the mail. Just put it in the mail. Just put it in the
Put it
mail.
in the mail. Y'all need to, I'm gonna tell y'all, you guys need to get people together and vote and legalize that stuff. That's what y'all need to do. Get it legalized. Y'all over there playing over there.
They better do something. They gonna make me move.
Move to Arizona, girl. We got a dispensary on every block, baby. Move your butt right to
Just
Arizona. I
like
guarantee you, you'll be living life and being a whole lot happier. They'll be walking around this mug all mad and shit. Look,
yeah.
get you a little whoop whoop, and you good to go.
So now my wife, can you just imagine getting the lottery ticket and you looking at it and you're looking at it and you start screaming, dancing around the house, girl. You start praising God. You start kissing the floor, touching the Bible, girl. And then they tell you your lottery ticket is invalid. Would you show out? And when they said when the numbers came across the screen, when you looked at it, that was those were the numbers. But when you
Right.
took it to the store to cash it in, they said it wasn't no good.
Ooh, girl, play the clip, and we gonna talk about that.
Hold on.
This is John Cheeks from Washington, D.C. He allegedly won the $340 million from the Powerball lottery. When he went to go turn it in to the Powerball lottery, they told him that it was an error. This is how it all unfolded. After John purchased the Powerball lottery ticket, he seen his lottery numbers posted on the DC lottery website days later. Look, I would have had a heart attack if my numbers would have been shown. They would have had to give it to my next of kin. Anyway, when he seen his lottery number on the lottery website, he was advised by his friend to take a picture, and so he did. When John went to the lottery office to redeem his ticket, they denied his jackpot claim. And check this out. The lottery claim staffer allegedly told him that the ticket was no good and to just throw it in trash. Of course, John did not throw it in the trash can. He kept it, then reached out to an attorney and is now suing Powerball. In a court declaration, the title project manager, Brittany Bailey, said it was a mistake. Said the quality assurance team accidentally posted test numbers on the website by mistake, and that those numbers weren't supposed to be viewable to the public. John's attorney, Richard Evans, told NBC Washington that in November, our Powerball made a mistake of posting the wrong numbers. And because of the mistake, they gave the winning to the ticket holders anyway. So if our corrected their mistake, then Washington should do the same thing. I don't know what's going to happen to this case, y'all, but so far, it's looking good for John.
I want my money. I want my money.
Girl, just imagine, perp, right?
I want my money.
So you get the lottery thing. You gotta wait to go to the lottery office, right? So you
Yeah.
didn't hit the lottery. Now, see, let me tell you what type of bitch I am, right? Because I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna lie about nothing. I'm gonna be 100. I'm calling my job. I'm telling them they can go fuck themselves. I'm calling and cussing everybody out. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
be
yeah,
playing
yeah,
in my
yeah,
face.
yeah,
You
yeah,
understand what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
doing the whole 9 yards. I'm already online shopping for a house. You hear me?
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
And go
yeah.
down to the lottery office and then find out that they made a mistake. I'm going postal in that bitch. Cause I didn't
Me
quit my
too.
job, then went off on everybody, then look for a house, and y'all gonna play in my face like, girl, it's up. You hear me?
Yeah,
But
so,
Perf, they do that a lot too. There was a black lady. I was in Vegas at this time, and she won like, I don't know, $3-4 million. She hit the big one, and they told her straight up that the machine malfunctioned.
that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Uh-uh.
Yes,
Mm-mm.
yes,
I've been seeing several posters like that online where they ain't been want to pay people their money. I think they hit
yeah.
at the lottery places. I mean, at the boats and stuff, casino. Can they do that though? Are they allowed to do that? I mean,
Well, I'm gonna tell you, me being a game, not a gamer, but a gambler and stuff, that's never ever happened to me. But when you walk into the casino, right?
yeah,
Now they have one sign and it talks about if you have a gambling problem or gambling addiction, call this number, right? But it don't say anything about if our shit malfunctioned, then you shit out of luck. I
yeah.
ain't seen that.
Excuse me. I haven't either. I never heard it before. I'm confused. And then the lady said, just throw it in the trash. Throw it in the trash so you can reach over there and get my ticket and you can claim my money. Lady, you done lost your mind. There is no way I'll do that. Just take it and throw it. Just throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away. I better not throw my money away. I'm going to go tell somebody about this right here. I am. I really am. Yeah, they took your money to buy the ticket. That's crazy. Man, say, they going to rob him. That's right. They going to get that money, y'all. That woman going to, when that man would took that ticket, throw it in that trash, he was gone long enough. She probably would lock the door so nobody come up in there. You know what I'm saying? It just be her and the trash. And when he gone long enough, she gonna go over there to that trash, grab that one ticket, and claim that money, hoping that he wouldn't go back and look and see if anybody claim them numbers. But the man, what he did was took a picture of the numbers on the off a line. That was a smart thing to do. But I didn't know they can do that though. I be wanting my money, y'all. I be raised so much hell thinking about my money, y'all. They say, please, please, hurry up and get her money, get her up out of here. Cause she just too much. She too much. Too much. So by my kings being out in the streets and doing what they do and everything. So you can get accused of different things and wrong things and wrong. You can get wrong for the arrest and everything. Remember on the last live, I told you about the app called Live App, the Live Lawyer app, where you can always put that app on your phone and you can get somebody right then live. If you need somebody right then. So y'all make sure y'all download that app because you just never know where you might be and you might need this app. But anyway, just check out this brother, this young man was accused of something that he didn't even do. How can you be in two places at one time?
The only crime he's guilty of is being a black man in America. An analyst with the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office was able to ID Perryman off of Walmart surveillance footage. Perryman was clocked in at work when the car the two suspects were driving was stolen. As the Mall of America crimes were taking place, Verizon data proves his cell phone was miles away at home. A time-stamped photo also shows him at a family birthday party miles away in Andover.
I feel like they looked at me and this other guy and they thought we're both African Americans. So let's just say it's him, instead of trying to do everything they needed to find out it wasn't me.
Surveillance images from Walmart also show a man with no tattoos on his right forearm. Perryman has 2. The charges were eventually dropped and expunged from his record.
The idea that law enforcement can arrest someone, detain them for days, and prosecute them because police think they look like a suspect with no other investigation is absolutely appalling.
If somebody actually did look at those 2 pictures and say it was the same guy, that's a whole other level of concern.
Now, they will just give this man a background for something that he didn't even do. They done mess around and put it on a man's record. They got to get it off his record. What? I mean, they had a picture at Walmart. They know that wasn't that man. That boy didn't have no tattoos even on his arm. The man they looking for had tattoos on his arm, and they clearly still said, yeah, that's him. How that's him? That man had tattoos on his arm, and this man you done arrested and accused of the crime, he don't even have tattoos on his arm. That's why I said make sure you download that app, that live lawyer app, y'all. I'm telling y'all. You can get somebody, you just never know where you might need a lawyer right then when you be out and about and you want to say something. I mean, you need some help right then and you can't contact nobody right then. You have that app on your phone. Get that app on your phone. If you know you run the streets, you out there be kicking it, having a good time, or just, it can be any other thing. Get that app on your phone. And I say the men's, especially because the men's are the ones who are getting picked on the most. So, but still, women and men, kings and queens, y'all put them apps on y'all phone. And also, you need to put them on your son kids' phones. Put them on your kids' phones as well. That's very important to have right about now. Because I'm telling you, when them papers get signed up, you seeing stuff now, but you wait till you really see some stuff. How about that? It's gonna be a whole new game changer when that paperwork gets signed and he signed that paperwork and get to shaking hands and carrying on. It's gonna be changed thing. But let's talk about the California fires, y'all. Do you think those fires started in all those different areas because of the heat, of the dryness of the ground? Somebody was setting those fires up there in California, y'all. And it's crazy. Check it out. And the mad, bad, crazy thing about it is, how you gonna cancel the insurance? Let's talk about it.
See, I already knew the powers that be didn't give a fuck about us when it came to these fires. But after I seen this, now I really know. What the fuck is this? And I don't like it. Now I'm explaining that crazy shit in that picture in 1 second. But I already knew, to pay attention, hear me out. We knew homeowners insurance for fires was canceled weeks and months right before this happened. We know there are rumors that the water reservoirs in LA were purposely left empty. Then you start thinking about what happened in Maui. You remember Maui, they had the fires over there that people were skeptical about how they came. And then you remember this clusterfuck happened when Oprah and Rock, 2 billionaires basically, asked us to donate and they had a good plan, but it needed our money. Yeah, that incident. Because you would think in 2025, they could put this shit out by now. We got technology to create robots that could wipe your ass for you if you need it. Y'all, we got missiles that can hit an ant in the behind from 50,000 miles away. But we fighting wildfires with handbags? They're using handbags to put this fire out. You can't piss on me and tell me it's raining. Something ain't right about this shit. I'm gonna put my finger on it, but I need y'all in the comments. What the fuck is going on? We need to talk about this.
All right now, y'all. What y'all think? What y'all think?
Hi, friend.
Hey, Pep, what's going on, baby? You all right, girl? You all right?
I can't
Can
hear
you hear
you.
me? You can't hear me? Can you hear me, Pep? Wait a minute. Can you hear me? Pap. I don't know what happened to Pap, y'all. Maybe she's trying to fix her phone. I don't know. Can y'all hear me? He said that wind was blowing. That wind was blowing 100 miles an hour. TT, they said that wind was going 100 miles an hour. And it would be small patches of grass and trees just burning. It wasn't no wildfire right out there. TT, can you hear me now, Pap? And it would be small patches of grass. So those fire hydrants was thirsty. They didn't have no water in the fire hydrants. Somebody set the fires, y'all. I don't know who did it. Somebody did it. Can you hear me, Pap?
Can't hear me.
I wonder why I can't hear you. Maybe you need to go out and come back in, Pap. Maybe you need to go out and come back in. Can you hear me now? Maybe you need to go out and come back in. I don't know what happened. There you go. Yeah, come back in. Somebody set them on fire, set this stuff on fire, y'all. And I think it's very dirty. Because there is nowhere in here that fire start patch over here, patch over here, and patch over here, and patch over here. And then as soon as they get notified, go over here, they'll start one back over here. Somebody setting the fires. There is no way. Can't nobody make me believe on earth that those fires just started like that. They said that all those fires, they said there is about $30 billion worth of damage. 30 billion, not million, billion of dollars on that. That's what they said. That's what they said. $30 billion. And still rising. And right now, 20 people has got unalive behind that fire. And I also said it reminded me of that Maui. They burnt everything up. Ain't heard nothing else about it. When we hear about it again, it's gonna be a whole new beach. It's gonna be like a vacation land for the rich and famous people. Watch the celebrities. And they went there and burnt that down in California. They burnt that stuff down up in California. People's houses. People got on the line. They lost all their stuff. Grandparents' homes been handed down to kids and things like that. And just memories of different things. You know what I'm saying? Old things, ancient things, historic things, safes, old coins, ashes. I mean, all kind of stuff. I mean, it's a pity and a shame, as my grandma said. A pity and a shame. A pity and a shame, as my granny would say. Sad. The fire truck rolled. I did nothing told her to immediately vacate, but she had control over the fire. They were just about stuff to burn up. They sure was. And they also said one lady said she came back and found her husband. He still had a water hose in his hand. He was already gone. He was gone. He was gone. He was out. He was on the line. He was gone. He was trying to put his house out, put the fire out so that he could burn his house up. And he passed away, holding that water hose still in his hand when she came back. My God. But whoever did, some wicked people who did it, and these people was paid to do it. And how you gonna cancel the insurance? Weeks. He didn't say months. He said weeks before these fires started. They canceled everybody. Not one somebody, not two somebody, not three somebody. They canceled everybody's insurance. Cars burned up. People couldn't take no cars because they couldn't get out. The fires were too bad. They had to try to direct people out. It was bad. It's just terrible. And babies and schools and, buildings, historic buildings and businesses and people lifetime they don't work for it hard and stuff, man. But those people's houses look, I hope they had money in the bank, but they don't matter because I know FEMA is broke, and we all know Red Cross is broke. Red Cross is asking for donations. It's crazy. We know the last thing happened was the tornadoes or something happened and went down there and took their stuff out. Hey, now my took their stuff out, and FEMA said they only had 750 measly bucks. Can you hear me now, Pap?
Now I can hear you. Wait.
Okay.
Is my mic? Okay, yeah. It might have been my
Okay.
phone because it don't want to act right either. But about them five, I seen a couple of videos and people talking about they were showing the people that had the smart meters for the electricity on their houses burn up, and the people that didn't have the smart meters, their houses didn't burn up. And I believe that because I got a smart meter on my house and they jack my light bill up in the wintertime, and I don't use my unit, I burn the fireplace. They were showing. I seen one video. I saw it on Instagram. Then somebody put it on Twitter.
Hey, not my watch.
And
I'm
the
back. Hey,
house.
Cassandra.
Hey, not on my watch. The house in the front didn't burn down. It didn't have a smart meter. All the houses behind it burnt down. Then there was another video they showed the house burnt down, but the house right next door to it didn't nothing touch. Wasn't no smut on it, no smoke, no nothing.
Yeah, nothing. They said there was a Christian house or something like that. They said.
And I kind of believe they might have been switching them damn smart meters because I know for a fact they jack my light bill up every January, November, December, January, February. They jack my light bill up twice the rate.
So in other words, you trying to say nobody set them fires? Somebody did set them fires, though.
I'm saying they set them fires, but it's all about playing because if you go on the California website, they trying to turn Los Angeles into a 15-minute city.
What?
A 15-minute city?
Wow.
What's a 15-minute city? What's that?
Everything you need is within 15 minutes of you.
Oh.
And that could be a huge possibility because have you guys been to LA lately? Let me tell you, the LA traffic, there's nothing like that. Even New York is not messing with that. The LA traffic, it is bumper to bumper. Bumper to bumper. And it's getting more crazier because a lot of millionaires and billionaires are starting to take helicopters and stuff. So there's more, copters in the air and everything because that LA traffic is bad. They need to put more freeways, stack them. They got to do something. They got to.
It makes you wonder about what happened when that plant burned up right there by the freeway in California. Wasn't that back in the summertime or December 2023, somewhere along in there?
I think I do remember that.
But
they definitely were man-made, and they were man-set. Definitely that happened. It's just so weird, though.
My thing is, what coincidence it is for the insurance people to cancel everybody's insurance, and then a fire started and burned everybody's stuff up.
That's the thing that keeps bothering me is how do you cancel the stuff and then all of a sudden and cancel without notice? I've never known a company to cancel you without notice.
Me neither.
And then what about all the reservoirs that was empty? And the fire hydrants that was empty.
Yeah.
Now, somebody got to explain that to me too, using the people pool water and all that. Now, that don't make no sense because why would LA not have water like that?
Right. And when I last looked, they said now they're using the water out the lake. When I last looked.
What from what I've been hearing and watching, that they was trying to divert the water from Northern California down to Southern California. And the environmentalists didn't want them to do it because they was trying to save a little bit of fish.
Yes, I heard that.
And said that people were jumping up and down and hollering at the environmentalists, but the residents, they wasn't really tripping about it because they wanted the water to come down through there.
And do you know that they were talking about something about that fish that they were trying to save have like a mercury on it or something like that?
My understanding was they were trying to save it. One said they wanted it for the salmon fish, and some said they were trying to save a little bit of fish, keep the whales from eating it. But this is an ecosystem, and if the whales eating it, ain't that what they supposed to eat?
Right. That's exactly what they supposed to eat.
I had
Yeah,
no
see, that
clue.
don't make no sense. Cause see, even here in Arizona, with it being very dry heat, hit 120, 20 something degrees, and people are like extremely careful. And you could go to jail, you know what I'm saying? Even being in certain parts of the desert, say you there smoking a cigarette, you can't smoke a cigarette in certain places in Arizona at 120-degree weather, dry heat. Like they'll take you in real quick because it's so easy to start a freaking fire.
Mm,
But what's crazy is this is not the summertime and it ain't 120 degrees.
right.
And what's crazy, this is not the summertime, and why y'all got out of fires in California this time of year?
Exactly.
Because they paying
It ain't
somebody to do
cold, but it ain't hot.
it.
Yeah, people should be burning their fireplaces right now, not trying to put out a fire in their whole home. So that's weird.
And to what
Right.
Titi said about the $700, y'all
Yeah.
see the pattern? They gave $750 to the people in Hawaii, $750 in North Carolina. Now they giving
Yep.
$750 to the California.
Yeah, and they mad. They pissed off too. They mad. They mad.
And with that set amount and all three of them states where the disaster was at, that tell me that them three lines pointing together.
Yeah.
Mm.
And when I last looked, they said Whoopi Goldberg house burned up. I'm like, what you say?
She said I seen an interview with her. She said three of the houses that she lived in burnt down.
3.
Mm.
So she out of 3 cribs. I
God,
know Mrs. Kim Kardashian,
that ain't decent.
she was over there hollering about her house, and they said she lived in Calabasas, but her and Kanye had 2 properties in that area as well. So, I mean, what, how many? You say there's now about maybe 12, 15 stars that they shouldn't have burned down. I don't get it. But I'm going to tell y'all
And
one thing. You know what's really interesting? Is when disasters like that happen, what do? They pump money into the stock market goes up and all that, right? When there's a disaster, when you would think it would go up. But let me tell y'all something. Crypto is up right now, and crypto is so crazy right now, it's ridiculous.
Hmm.
So they make a disaster and then pump money.
yeah, that's what they do.
That's sad. It's sad.
And
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but it's one lady that I listen to. I've been listening to her for a while, and everything she said she had prophetic dreams,
Mm,
Mhm.
and a lot of the stuff that she done said done come true. And she said in one of her dreams, this was about a week ago. She said she couldn't sleep that night, and every time she would dream, she wake up and write down what she was dreaming. She go back to sleep. She said she woke up about 3 times, and she said God told her that them fires was to expose them missing kids. And
What?
y'all know they said, now listen to me, I'm gonna put it all together, y'all, see if it makes sense to y'all. Now, I'm just putting it together. You know they said that they know about the tunnel from the Playboy Mansion to Diddy House, right?
Yeah.
right.
Okay, and a lot of them houses burnt up was in the Palisades and close to Hollywood Hills where most of all them people live.
Right.
And this just my opinion. If that's God, what God trying to show her, I think when they go in there to clean it up, because they're gonna have to go in there and clean all that stuff out before they can build anything. That's when they're gonna find them tunnels.
That could be a huge possibility.
Because they're
A,
gonna have to
a
clean it all
huge,
up and at least dig down at least 5 feet to get away from the scorched dirt.
Hmm.
yeah. Remember Perp and TT? I don't know what I think it was a holiday. And I don't remember what holiday it was. But remember that we was tripping. I think Perp you sent it to me where Arizona or TT had found all them kids.
I was TT.
Perp, you remember that? All them kids that was missing and they found all them kids.
Yeah.
grown and everything. Remember that stuff?
Yeah, I
And
remember
that
that.
could
Yeah.
actually be a possibility, or Cassandra's saying, because there are so many tunnels to everything down there because them weirdo freaks being into that stuff. So they might be able to find a lot of stuff, and including more stuff, maybe stuff that they didn't even get from the diddler's place.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Y'all know the Tesla car blew up New Year's. The man drove into the people New Year's. I'm gonna tell y'all something that I didn't know. I heard it was 3 lightning strikes on New Year's Eve, I think. New Year's Eve or New Year's. One hit the Capitol building. One hit the Washington Monument, and somewhere else up there. I can't remember where else, but it was 3 major. Might have been the Lincoln Memorial. I can't remember. But they said the lightning struck within hours of each other. Isn't that all over the news, is it?
Nope. So I ain't over the news. I ain't heard that.
No.
I ain't heard it either, but the person that where I heard from pulled it up. I guess she seen it on the internet or whatever. She put it at the show where she saw it at.
Well, did you see that? Are we all noticing that? I guess everybody just took the explanation of the people about the ships and all the stuff, and the drones in the air and everything. They talked about it. President came out, made a little statement, and nobody else is speaking about it. Nobody else ain't asking no questions, trying to dig deeper.
None of that.
None of that.
I noticed that. I noticed that.
I mean, that happened, and it was a huge deal, and everybody is acting, like, oh, the president said this.
And then when the 2 tragedies happened on New Year's Eve, that's when they stopped talking. I mean, on New Year's, that's when they stopped talking about it.
Sure did.
I noticed that. They ain't talking
The
no more about
distractions.
the 2 tragedies.
So
yeah,
I want to show this video about a man paying child support. So I want you men who is quick to claim women's kids and know they're not your kids. I want y'all to be careful and y'all pay attention.
Imagine being told to pay child support for a kid that is not yours or go to jail. That was the order the state handed down to a Detroit man.
So today he turned himself in, but here's what happened when 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell went with him to court.
Carnell Alexander walked into the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice knowing in moments he could lose his freedom.
I stayed up all night, couldn't sleep, thinking about it.
Carnell is a wanted man because he refuses to do what the state orders and pay child support for a child that DNA tests prove isn't his. A child he doesn't even know.
I haven't even had a chance to really speak to him except for one time when we took the DNA test.
Nonetheless, right now, under the law, he's a deadbeat dad. Today, he turned himself in to the judge as ordered.
Scared because I've been before this judge before.
But this time he had attorney Cherika Harris, who volunteered to help after seeing his story on 7 Action News. The judge said he will not go to jail for today.
Thank you. Thank Ms. Harris. And hope that we can resolve this soon.
I'm just trying to help him with his future.
Though the threat of jail is on hold, it is not over. Carnell Alexander still owes more than $30,000 to the state for a child that's not his, because the mom wrote his name down because she needed to name someone in order to get welfare benefits.
And I had to put him down as the father. That was the only way I can get assistance.
Now,
I'm almost homeless. I'm almost in jail. I'm out of work.
I be beating her butt.
They need to lock her up. They need to lock her up.
That's dirty.
Wow. She just put any name down.
They need to lock her up. And I hold the system accountable too, because just because a person, you done took the DNA test saying it ain't none of his, so why he got to pay this money? And he said he had never met the little boy, so that means, because if you sign the birth certificate, whether he yours or not, you got to pay for him. But he said he had never met the little boy, so and then the mama admitted she just put his name down. They need to lock her up. It looked like to me that was a black female judge sitting there doing this black man like this. What problem you got with black men?
That's cold-blooded.
That's crazy to me because that's like if I, was on benefits and I went down there and I put Bill Gates' name on the paper, they go, because that might be a good idea, y'all, while you're playing. No, I'm just playing, but that just crazy as hell to me. Like you just putting down any name.
That's correct. That is. And okay, you put down the name and you take the blood test. And the blood test come back and you got proof the blood test come back saying it ain't none of yours. Why are you trying to send this man to jail? It like I said to me, what it looked like to me, reading why she trying to send him to jail, it looked like a black female judge. You got a problem with black men, and you taking it out on that man.
Yeah. Some kind of problem because that makes no sense.
None whatsoever.
He said he done seen her. He said he done seen her twice, so he must have had some run-ins with that judge though 2 times. He said he done talked to her, had an incident with 2 times. So
yeah, so and that's what I'm saying. She got a and then say he won't go to jail for today. You got a problem with black men.
Wait, Cassandra, wait. She showed did. She said you won't go down today. She showed did say that. Oh, she showed did say that. Wow.
That's cold-blooded, y'all. That's cold.
Because that can't even be. I mean, where's the legality in that?
Right.
That don't even make sense.
She wants some
It just made me mad.
She should got her ass and got her a job because she wants some benefits. Some benefits. The home another black man. He said he homeless. He said he ain't got no job. Man.
That makes me mad. That made me mad.
Homeless.
It winds me up. The black man have a
I'm
hard
finna play
enough
this next video. I'm finna play this next video, y'all. Now we're gonna talk about this one right here. Y'all tell me this cold-blooded is this cold-blooded?
What happened now?
My girl broke my heart. She said, listen, my baby daddy coming home soon, so I think it's only right that me and him be together and raise our baby as a family. I'm like, what you mean? I've been raising this baby for the last 2 years. I'm the only daddy she know. She like, I get that, but in my heart, I feel like this the right thing to do, and I'm sorry if it break your heart. Say less.
Damn.
I plant guns and drugs all around the house before I leave. Soon as he come home and get comfortable, I call the police, I call his parole officer, and I call CPS. They come get him, take him to jail for a violation. They come get her, take her to jail. They take the baby to CPS.
Damn.
I call CPS. I'm like, hey, listen, I've been raising this little girl for the last 2 years. If she got to be put in the system, she can just come stay with me, and I'll take care of her. I signed the baby. Now she legally mine. Her mama keep calling me, when you gonna let me see my baby? Look, I'm a single father. I don't have time for this.
Girl, he wrong for that. Dang. See, I have to kill him. I have to take his life.
I don't know.
Girl,
I got a little upset with because you got CGS involved. But after he went was man enough,
hey y'all,
go down there and get the baby.
Hey TT.
Hey,
I don't know.
But y'all, he went and planted the dope and the guns and planted that called the PO.
Yeah. That was
a
little shady, but if his intentions was to raise that baby, you can't knock him for that.
To send her to jail though, and him?
Well, they just sent her. She ain't got the baby taken away from her and send the man back to jail. Well, she was wrong for what she did. You gonna break up with him and your baby daddy been in jail? Look like he had been in jail since the baby was in the world.
Right. That's true too.
That's cold-blooded.
It's a lot of variables in that story.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of variables in that story.
Well, that's a cold piece though.
I had to come up here. Y'all was talking about something just struck what y'all was just talking about of the mercury in that one fish. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was on Instagram earlier today, you know, downloading videos and stuff, and this thing came across my timeline about homosexual birds, and I was like, "What is this?" So I clicked on it. Right, they said mercury poisoning makes birds act homosexual. So what do you think it's doing to us? It says studies have revealed that mercury is the most toxic metal known to man, even more so than lead and aluminum. It says the researchers found that a high mercury diet had an effect on the mating behavior of birds confined at the University of Florida. They said the degree of homosexual pairing increased along with the bird's mercury exposure. The male birds stopped reproducing and began building nests with other male birds. According to the European Environment Agency, the levels of mercury in the atmosphere are currently up to 500% above natural levels. It says that mercury is in tap water, cosmetics, fragrances, lotions, air pollutions, pesticides, JPS, and fish, especially large fish such as mackerel, tuna, and swordfish and shark. It says during the burning process, mercury is released into the atmosphere when it rains. It comes down and enters the sea, where it reacts with bacteria to form a toxic compound called methylamine mercury. These toxins then work its way up to the food chain to us. Okay, it says large fish that feed on small fish have the highest levels of mercury within them. Again, mackerel, marlin, shark, swordfish, tilefish, tuna, and big-eye tuna all have high levels of mercury.
And vaccinations.
You absolutely right.
And so when she said, they said something about a fish and it had mercury, I'm like, wait a minute. Now they saying that this is linked to homosexuality, and the mercury is found in our foods as well, which is
absolutely. We got mercury in everything.
And
Absolutely.
vaccinations, that's why they talk. I'm finna tell you, I'm finna get on my rant now. I'm finna get on my rant.
Yeah.
Vaccinations, and I told y'all about the video I watched where the white doctor was saying that they was targeting black boys.
Yeah.
And I'm literally looking at it right now. My grandson, I got a grandson born in September. It started out on his face. Now it done went down his body. And every time his mama take him, when he come up from the hospital, because he stayed in the hospital about 2 weeks after he was born, he had some the amniotic fluid in his lungs. Okay, when he come home from the hospital, it was just on his face. She take him back to the doctor to get the little 2-month shot or whatever, and it's going down his body. It's on his chest. Got blotches on his chest. And lady brought him over here. She supposed to be taking him to the doctor tomorrow to get that 4-month shot because he turned 4 months old yesterday. I told her not to get the shots because it's on his leg now. I told her, don't tell him no. You refuse. You breastfeed him, and you want to wait till he turn a year old before he get any more shots. And that ain't the first grandson I don't watch it happen to. I watch it happen to my oldest grandson.
Yeah, you got to be careful with any of this stuff and vaccination stuff. And people have to understand what, even being in the medical field, people don't understand that, okay, you go to the doctor gives you a prescription or whatever, When you take that medicine for blood pressure, it will tell you this medication causes strokes, it causes paralysis, it causes this, it causes that. So you take one pill to take care of one thing, but you can get 5 other things from taking that pill. That's why you'll see a year later, if you've taken such and such, please call the law offices of such and such, such and such. You may be entitled to compensation.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I know for about the last 7-8 years, me and my husband always cracking jokes about when they put the pills on there. You take this for your rheumatoid. The side effects is diarrhea, vomiting. Okay, well, my arm hurting, and then if I take this pill, I'm gonna be having diarrhea. The side effects work for these
Right.
pills.
Right. It be the truth. It be the truth. I had seen some what you call it, right? So they had some medicine for, GERD, because I got acid reflux and stuff. That shit over there talking about it can, cause blindness, blurred vision. Like, what the fuck I'm worried about my stomach and having GERD and fuck around and be blind the next day. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah. And then we kept trying to figure out every time me and my husband do go to the doctor. My husband go to the VA doctor. Now he got some bumps and bruises because of his age and when he was in the service. And but they question him and they question me when I go to the doctor. Why are you're healthy? You're healthy. When I had the stroke, the eye doctor was just amazed about how healthy I was. They couldn't figure out I had the stroke. But when I go through, my blood pressure drop. It don't raise. It falls low. And they just couldn't understand how they always question us, you're so healthy, you're so healthy. We ain't on no medications. We ain't on no medication.
Mm. And see, too, I do take one, but I'm gonna tell you, most of my stuff is all natural herbs, like even elderberry. I don't even get the elderberry that's in the regular stores. I try to go as natural as possible, but I do have to take some things. My blood pressure will get high, but you gotta be right, because I'm gonna tell y'all, you take them pills, it's gonna cause you, about 3 or 4 different other diagnoses.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something else that I noticed. My friend, she when she work at Pfizer. So, I ain't talking about it. I'm just putting the facts out there. She got a pretty good job, so now you got pretty good insurance, medical insurance. You can start going to the doctor every time something happened to you. Then every time I look up, you in the hospital. You wasn't getting sick like that till you
Right.
start back and forth to the doctor. They them blew her all the way up with them steroids. She knew she had seizures. But the seizures, they weren't like frequent. It might be one every 5 or 10 years. You have to be totally upset. Something is really bothering her, and she's suppressing it. Then she'll have a seizure. But other than that, she didn't have seizures very often. She wasn't very sickly. Might get a little cold, stripped over here and there, but she wasn't sickly. When she got that job, started going to the doctor for every little thing, every every at least twice a year, you in the hospital.
And then you have to think too, Cassandra, her working at Pfizer, right? We know that's a laboratory that's got full of chemicals and full of stuff, because they make medications, they make injections,
Yeah,
they also
she
make
work at
vaccines,
she,
Pfizer makes all that.
she work at the one where they make IV bags.
Oh, so yeah, you know, you
So
never know.
Joe,
That's why they be having them hazmat suits and shit on when
oh
they
yeah,
be working in them places.
And she actually admitted it to me. She said, I sit back and I thought about it. You don't get sick because you don't run to the doctor. When I start running to the doctor, I stay sick.
Yeah. That's true. And
so Joe,
mostly people can just go ahead and take care of themselves. Like there's some people, they got a little cold or a cough or sniffling, and will be right there at the doctor and run to the doctor. When we know back in the day, grandma or mama make them hot toddies with that lemon and that honey and, that garlic, and you know what I'm saying? And that be that, and
And
knock that shit out.
I ain't telling
yeah.
nobody not to go to the doctor because my daughter nurse. She just got pinned a couple of weeks ago. She wanted to go in the medical field. I don't have no problem with that because people need help. But every time something hurt me, I'm not ready. When we grew up, we didn't go to the doctor like that. I know the first time I went to the doctor when I fell and cut my knee wide up and I needed stitches. Then I went to the hospital.
Well,
But
I'm not
before
saying don't go to the doctor. Definitely not. Given
but
that type of
yeah,
information.
I'm not saying don't go to the doctor because the doctor can
Right.
help you every now and then. But before they got me to that hospital, my papa went out there and got some color and put on my knee, and my knee stopped bleeding before I got to the hospital. And blood was going everywhere. I cut my knee to the bone. I was
Yeah. And y'all got to understand too. Don't forget that If they say you need some type of surgery, rather if it's something simple as a gallbladder, or anything, people, they just go right with what the doctor says. They don't get a second
Yeah.
opinion. They don't get a third opinion. They don't research if that doctor's been sued, how many people, that he operated on under anesthesia that didn't make it out. You have to research your doctor just like you're researching your health. Take care of your health just like if doing that, because people just jump. People have to understand that in the medical, and I probably shouldn't even say this, they're in the business of making money.
Yeah.
Yep.
A person can need a simple, I don't know, something simple having to do with a heart. Let's say something. They'd be like, oh, you gonna need a heart transplant, you gonna need a double bypass, a triple bypass, this, that. And every time you do it, rather they can put a stent in there, which might be 60,000, or they can do a transplant, put this and that. That might be 1.5 million. Sometimes, the medical staff will do things to get extra money. When y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, when you be in a doctor's office, right, and you'll see a tech come right from I don't know, let's just say Pfizer or something like that, and they're coming to bring the pills, but they're coming to bring samples. So those samples are pushed by the pharmaceutical companies to push, big pharma out. And it's all have to do with money. I think I'm probably talking too much.
Because I used to work at the oncology clinic in Plano, and this was back in 1997. And I know once a week the pharmacy companies was coming there buying lunch to push their pills.
Yes,
Once a
they
week
will
we
do
can look
that. They
forward.
give bonuses too.
Yep.
I shouldn't even be, but yes,
Yep.
doctors get bonuses as well.
Once a week, we can look forward to the pharmaceutical companies coming and buying lunch for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
well, I found some information on what may have happened to the water, why the water system was deflated basically during these wildfires. It's all related to a couple known as the Resnicks.
Yep, I saw that too, TT.
Yeah, they said that they own most of the water in California.
Yep, I read that too. I read the article and I saw it.
Yeah, they're a very high influential, powerful couple. They own pistachios and they got their hand in the agriculture out there. And they saying that they was being stingy with the water. They was holding back the water.
What?
Y'all have to understand, like, I don't think people should be able to charge with things that God gave us, like water, like air. These people is putting air in a can and they're selling it now.
Yep.
Stuff that's given to us by God, like all natural, stuff, rather it be food and, certain stuff. Why are we paying for this stuff? Do you know when I go to Jamaica, do you guys want to understand when it's called living off the land?
Yeah.
Getting their own food, fishing their own food, pulling their own fruits, vegetables, everything off the tree and everything, like literally living off the land.
Right.
And here it's just something else.
Now y'all know who Mich.Law is, right? She
Girl,
was on
what Monique's done?
Well, she basically confirmed that the Resnicks were the cause of them California not having their water. She said there's really no conspiracy theory to debunk. We ain't got no water. This isn't the Truman Show. We're not living behind a Paramount lot studio, wall matrix, AI simulation. Nobody is on the other side controlling the weather and winds. We haven't had rain. It's still warm and it's ridiculously windy. All it takes is the flick of a cigarette or for people to go camping or turn on the fire pits in their backyard and the wind picks up. Embers flow and blow. It's simply a natural disaster, but one that could have been put out, not contained, put out. If only we had access to our own natural and God-given resources. Like you said, Nama Watch, like water, life is not a game, yet we're living on a monopoly board, and it's really just that simple.
Yes, that's just like why we got to have fishing license when God made the fish in the water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's all coming together. All the truth is coming out. They don't put this information out there for us to not know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Who would have thought that one couple, one billionaire agriculture owned couple, is controlling all this and the causes why these fires weren't being put out? Like I said, that one girl and her brother, it was a African American sibling group, and they were going around putting the fires out with little small fire extinguishers and water hoses. The firemen came by and was like, y'all got to evacuate. And they were like, what? We can do this with the little supplies we got. Y'all got a big fire truck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was absolutely ridiculous. I couldn't believe that I was actually seeing these civilians fighting fires to keep the fires from spreading to their neighbors' homes. But yet the firemen, the ones that the taxpayers are spending millions of dollars and paying, couldn't put the fires out. These little small fires, Perk.
And then did y'all see the video where the man dressed up like the fireman to go in there to loot the houses?
Yeah.
And if you just look at what everybody tell you, y'all know we're still in the age of Aquarius where all the information is coming out.
Yeah, nothing's really being hidden. Everything's in front of our face.
Yeah, if you put all the information that everybody is putting out, you can see that it's all by design. When the governor, every time they interview him, he talking boo. I'm watching the interviews with him too. He ain't making sense, and you ain't really answering the question they asked you. The mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, they asked her, and first she didn't say nothing. She wasn't saying nothing. Then when you make a video to tell the Los Angeles people to keep their head up, you skinning and grinning.
Gavin,
it's just a really matter of power and control, like it's always been in this country. Yep. And the sad part about it, yes, they play a monopoly with people's lives.
Yeah,
you know
and they said at first they were gonna cut the fire department budget by $23 million, and that was the mayor wanted to do that, and then they talked it down to $17 million. Now, why would you cut the fire department budget, but then they want to holler about it's got to do with DEI because they got a woman police.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. My thing is, it is some jobs that I feel like women, if they want to do it, let them give them a chance. But I think firefighting should be mainly a man's job because they're a little bit stronger.
Right.
Well, I think that it's gonna be like the Maui fires over there. Once the fires, once the smoke cleared away, and they stop talking about it. So once everything get cleared away down the line, and they arrested somebody and everything, they'll probably have arrested somebody, but they're gonna let them people go, and they're gonna go on about their way because I believe they would pay some good ass money to set the fires.
And they got surveillance footage of somebody out there literally starting the fires, y'all.
And then.
How about they do an investigation? You know good and damn well they're gonna come back and say it wasn't found and there wasn't enough evidence. They're gonna try to debunk it, but they've already been showing video evidence that somebody was out there purposely starting those fires.
And then did y'all pay attention? You know, I catch little stuff. It was the Palisades where all them rich actors and stuff was staying. All them houses was the main one that was burning at first. And then it went to the
poor bombing.
And then it was the
she always try to start some shit.
And then it was historically black neighborhood Eden that got the worst of it.
Okay, my thing was this was really irritating to me. They was on there crying. Oh, Paris Hilton had thousands of dollars of bags that burnt up. And I was like, okay, people lost their whole homes, lives, everything. Yeah. Like, she can go somewhere tomorrow and start all over. A lot of them people didn't have that option. So why is we showing so much sympathy to her? I feel sympathy for anybody that was affected by the devastation of the fires. But come on, Paris Hilton and some bags.
That's what I'm talking about. Her daddy got a whole hotel chain. She gonna live in one now.
Yeah.
Take
somebody
right. Hey, Fifi. Hey, Shank. That's crazy. I just couldn't. I was
Hey,
like,
Shank. Hey,
y'all,
Fifi.
what kind of damn Twilight Zone? Y'all know I'm quick to say we in a Twilight Zone. What kind of
Yeah, I
Twilight
wasn't
Zone
looking at the
we in?
chat.
It's just too much evidence out there that they done purposely did this stuff, and this ain't the first time. So it
No,
won't
it
be.
ain't. No, it ain't. And it's a land grab. And look at the one little thing that connected out. You gave the people in Hawaii $750. You gave the people in North Carolina $750. You gave the people in California $750. And then people lost everything.
Yeah.
That's what I said, Pat. What in the hell is $750 going to do for somebody that lost everything?
Right.
Wait, hold on.
Right.
Hold on, what?
Okay, so all those $1 million homes that burnt down, all they're getting is $750. Is that what
No,
y'all
wait a minute,
telling
hold
me?
up.
That's
Hold
all
up.
Biden is offering them.
Yep.
Wait a minute, hold up, y'all. I've been watching it all. I watch everybody, the black people, the white people, everybody talking about it and putting it all together. Oh, Gavin Newsom made it easy for the rich folks to build theirs back.
Huh?
No red tape.
What?
No red tape. He made it easy and Gavin Newsom is the governor of California.
I
No
know,
red
yeah.
tape for them people, the rich people, to build their houses back, and everybody else gets $750, but you couldn't give us no reparations.
What?
Oh my gosh! Now that make it even worse. Like Jesus.
According to the news,
Ooh,
it was
what that lady say? My God, today.
Dang.
You know they had the last legislative session for the California. They was waiting for they had a bill to be presented on the floor to pay the black people in California the reparations, and the Democrats wouldn't even bring the bill to the floor, and it was a Republican white man making a video calling them out, asking them why they wouldn't bring the bill to the floor.
I believe that because I just was telling Shank the other day, they tried to give Farrakhan millions of dollars for the Black African American community, and they shut him down so quick. They shut them African countries down so quick. Like, nah, we got y'all ain't got us. Why would you keep blocking our blessing?
They're just not telling that. That's part of the reason. One of the reasons why Hillary Clinton, Obama, ended going over there and killing Gaddafi. Gaddafi offered Farrakhan $1 billion strictly for Black Americans, and he offered Farrakhan $1 million for himself and $1 billion for the Black people. And Farrakhan told him he didn't want the money. He couldn't take the money for himself. That'll show get him killed. So he offered the $1 billion for the Black people in America. And the United States said, hell no.
He told me they've done it a few times. That's just sickening to me. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to keep sitting over here in this old mucky.
Good girl, you better get your passport and get going.
Anything that we don't get.
I'm flipping because I usually watch C-SPAN through the day and through the night, keep it on C-SPAN. And I've been slipping lately because in the middle of the night, they be passing all kind of bills.
Not on my watch.
Yeah, I got to get back on my C-SPAN 24/7 because they be doing some dirty shit.
That's right, here we come. That's right.
Dirty ain't even, that's putting a nice word. You know, that's a patch on what they've done to us, man, what they continue to do.
Yeah. Ain't no sense if you going to Canada, Shag Rock. They're trying to make Canada the 51st state.
But
no,
Canada,
they said no.
Canada very quickly debunked that. They said they ain't going. They said, Mr. Trump, I don't know where you fell and bumped your head at, but yeah, we don't want you.
And then on top of that, y'all don't go nowhere. Stay here and fight because this is our fight to have anyway. It's just time. They done stole enough.
Tired of fighting and marching and protesting and talking.
You ain't got to fight. You ain't got to march and protest. You ain't got to do none of that. It's other ways of doing it. That's why we have Wealth Wednesdays, so we can go take our money back in our land.
We got what Wednesday?
Wealth Wednesdays.
Wealth Wednesdays, yes, has been very prosperous in handing out information on how to start your business and be productive for yourself. And I agree with that, Pap. I do. But there's a lot of groundwork that Man.
It's a lot of groundwork, but if we get it laid now and teach these youngsters, we might have a little hope.
Yeah, we can get them off of Roblox.
Yeah, I see
We
what
can
You okay?
get them to pay attention long enough.
I said the Canadians said we don't want to be a part of the United States. Now they don't want the United States. Forget the United States.
They don't want us there. I mean, they don't want to become no 51st state. He making the Gulf. What's he calling Mexico now? The Gulf of America.
Yeah,
No, the Gulf of America.
Yeah, Straight Rock. Gunner is offering us free citizenship, and that's what Karen Bass was at when the fire started. Over there getting her free citizenship. But she the mayor of
I don't know if I want to go to no Ghana. I don't know if I want to go over there.
I ain't going.
No, certain parts of Ghana is beautiful. No, for
Hell
real.
no.
Certain parts of Ghana is beautiful. You can get a little mini mansion.
If I go to Ghana, I'm going to visit. But my blood, sweat, and my family blood, sweat, and tears is here. My connection is with America.
I love America and everything, but I'm really been thinking about going to Jamaica.
I say this, to each his own.
That's to Jamaica
to each his own.
But I say if you feel like you can be prosperous here, stay in the fight. You know, it's always something to consider. You know what I'm saying? But
my thing is,
I'm tired.
If my thing is, if more people understand, this is just my theory, that this country was founded off thieves, thugs, and vagabonds, we might be able to understand it a little better and not be so surprised when all this shit go on.
Yeah, that's true too. You know what my baby daddy.
There's a lot of misunderstanding about who we even are as a people. I mean, I said that the other day. You know, a lot of Black folks don't even know who they are and what power that we actually hold.
That's you know, everybody don't understand that them Indians they taught us about it. They had the first Thanksgiving with. That was us.
Yep. My baby daddy, I'm gonna tell y'all, he said that, you know, people in other countries like Jamaica need to stop telling people about the American dream. He said, man, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. He said, man, things cost more and more. He said they cost more and more. You work more hours. You work more harder. And he said they teach them the American dream. Everybody wants to go to America. But he said it's a nightmare.
Right. Especially since they can live off their land there and be good.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he said they ran a whole scam in Jamaica telling people that's the American dream to go to America. And you're going to be rich and all that shit. He said it's a whole scam.
Who's over there in Jamaica and hated running them scams? Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Bill Clinton.
Yeah. Oh, Shank said they offering free. Oh.
Yeah, gonna offer free citizenship and Burkina Faso too.
Now y'all know me. I love to travel and I love to go different places, countries. You know, my passport been stamped several times. I'm a type of person that will do it moving in a minute.
My passport ain't going that way. My passport going a different way. Ain't gonna go that way.
No. Okay, girl. I will say this: soon as Ghana did that and they offered the free membership, the free citizenship, that whole market, which is the biggest financial portal that they have there, burnt down to the ground mysteriously.
And the man who was over it, the richest man over there, ended up dead.
What?
Yeah, Perp. I talked about that on my live. I said God is giving out blessings. They giving away free citizenship to anybody. And next thing you know, within a couple of weeks of them doing that, their market burnt down, and then people was devastated by losing all that money that come through there.
Yeah, you did say that. I remember. Yeah, man, that's crazy, y'all. That's crazy.
That's why I said they're trying to block our blessings.
Yeah. We can't never get ahead. You know, I just wish we can go ahead and get our stuff started, but y'all said we got a lot of money. We got trillions of dollars, but shoot.
See, we do have $1 trillion. We have $3.1 trillion spending power. But the problem is they done brainwashed us into being consumers instead of being, what's the word I'm looking for? Producers.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was telling somebody the other day, and that every time I heard it, just stick in my head. Black folks got a business for everything, and we do. I heard it on the radio all the time when they advertising the black businesses. We do. We got a business for everything, but they done brainwashed us and scared us into not doing this because of all the Wall Street they burnt down that belonged to black people, and then studied how we spend our money. I told y'all about that video. And turned us into consumers instead of producers.
They sure do call us consumers. They said they call us consumers. That's what they sure call us. Consumers. We some consumers. But yeah. So go ahead, Pam.
And y'all know back in the day, who had the most daycare centers and who was the most teachers? Black women.
Black people was. Yeah, most of the women, yeah.
And now you see most of the white folks with the franchise daycares and all this kind of stuff. If you run into a daycare that's owned by black people, you doing 100. And you better go in there and investigate and make sure they treating the kids right.
You got that right. Because them been some bad daycare centers lately. They ain't been taking care of their business. You sure right. But y'all, we got a side chick. Y'all know how them side chicks move. Everybody know about a side chick. Everybody had a friend that's been a side chick, or you may be even been a side chick. I think now my watch told me she been a side chick about 4 or 5 times. And she said it didn't work out now time for her. But anyway, let's check out this video about the side chick and the pastor.
Hear about the woman in Mississippi who was dating a married preacher, and she decided to expose him because he blocked her on social media. This is Star Thomas, a single mother in Mississippi, and this is Elder James Cox. Now, they met at a McDonald's and they decided to become friends. He said he was going to be there for her after she told him all her problems with her baby daddy, her financial issues, and how she and her family don't get along. James stepped up to the plate. He started giving her money and being there in every way that a boyfriend should. Here he is taking her out to dinner, and this is him fixing her car. Yes, he was expecting some of that new, and she was giving it up until she asked him for something. He said no and then blocked her, and Star went on a tirade on social media trying to ruin his life. Star contacted James's wife, Sheila Cox, and told her all about their affair, but Sheila said, "Girl, I don't believe you," and she left it alone. Well, that made Star even more upset, so she decided to go to social media and expose him, sharing pictures of them together and all these screenshots of him telling her how much he loved her. Star claims that James groomed her and manipulated her into a relationship with him. But I'm not going for that, honey. You sound like a bitter side bitch. You know what it was. And now that he's not giving you attention, you're going to get attention from him in any way you can. All right, little girl. Star claims that God has a special place in hell for James. But what about her? What do you think, ladies? Do you believe Star was groomed by a devilish preacher and she's the victim? Leave a comment to let me know. I'm Tierka with the T. Follow for more.
What y'all think?
I think she knew what she was doing. And
no, she ain't no victim.
He knew. No, she ain't no victim, man. He knew what he was doing too. That's why they always getting them little young girls.
Yeah, that was dumb. That was that's typical side chick behavior. You get mad because the man don't want to give you what you want or whatever. He tell you no once, and then he the devil.
Yeah. So do you think that since the wife didn't believe her, so do you think that since a preacher it's a preacher and got the first lady, do you think the first lady got the right to go investigate? Do you think she had the right to just believe what's been told to her because her husband is a preacher and she supposed to believe in her husband and and stuff like that? He can't do no wrong and
I think that's cold talk for he may have been cheating with you, girl, but I don't believe he love you, and I don't believe he gonna leave me to be with you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna add. Similar cosign TT what she's saying, because we are women up here on this panel, and we have women intuition, and we know when something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like I told my husband, don't have her out there. Don't bring her on in here so she can cook and clean. I'm hungry.
All right, now, let's go, Pat.
All right, now, Pat.
Let everybody benefit off the hoe. Hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Right. Right.
Keep it in the family.
But you know, that's why I said it ain't good. We be going to the church and giving them your money and stuff, and he out there fixing no cars and shit, and you know what I'm saying, buying food, and you know, giving her money for the new, as the girl said, for the new, you're paying a house and stuff. So you know, that's why I'm like, you know, going to church and getting a pass of your money, and then pass the anniversary and pass the birthdays and pass want to take a trip and stuff, and your neighborhood raggedy, you the sharpest thing in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I understand that. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, it's all coming to light now. It's all coming to light.
Girl, a woman, these young girls don't know their worth, and they're willing to sit on the side and, you know, be eye candy, arm candy, whatever the hell you want to call it, side chicks, because they don't know their worth. And that's, you know, that's sad, you know, because as a mother, I'm going to teach my daughter her worth.
That's right.
You know,
right.
You ain't no concubine. You ain't no, you know what I'm saying, bed warmer. You supposed to be a wife.
Did I tell y'all? Did I tell y'all about the story when I first met my husband? He told me he had a wife and a girlfriend. I said, you get rid of one, I'll get rid of the other one.
Yeah.
I ain't standing in line behind two. He got rid of the wife, I got rid of the girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, they got plenty of people out here doing them polyamorous relationships.
Yeah.
And they all go, baby. They'll take you, your kids in. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you got a girlfriend and she got a girlfriend, they'll take them too, honey. We live in 2025. You liable to see this damn thing. Ain't no excuse for nobody to be around here creeping and geeking and shit. Everybody doing something foul.
You know the sad part about that, TT?
Oh, right.
You know the sad part about that? They confusing the hell out the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why, I mean, God made a man and a woman to procreate and be together in habitat. Am I saying the word cohabitat? All this other junk that we seeing, it's not of God.
Nope. That's the reason why we going through all this stuff we going through. God tired of it. He tired of it.
Yeah. You right.
Ain't that something? I don't like that. That's crazy though. That's why I don't, like I said, I don't like getting my money to no preacher. Then you know he, especially not one of them old young ones, and not one of them old geezers neither. You know what I'm talking about?
The old geezers worse than the young one.
I know, huh? But not much of them young ones, and them young ones trick their money out though.
And trick their money out with everybody in the church. The choir director, the usher board president, and the whole 9 yards.
And that's where the most sin happening too, right in the house.
And that's why God is mad.
Yeah, you know what, y'all showed us right. Y'all show right. So, yeah, I just wish that Texas would get this law. I know TT would wish that what she said they're gonna get with this law. Y'all take this law out. We're gonna see how it's gonna work out.
Don't want to go to work? Don't go. In fact, don't show up for 3 days. And guess what? You don't have to call anybody. It's none of their business. Just don't show up. Don't show up Monday. Don't show up Tuesday. Don't show up Wednesday. You don't even have to call. Starting in February in Michigan, you can just not show up for 3 straight days and your employer can't do a thing. In fact, if they do, they get fined. They get fined. Seriously, when I first read this, I thought it was a joke. But here we are, 2025 soon. We're going to be able to just not show up for work. I'm not going to call anybody. I'm just not going in for 3 days. Do you think people might abuse this? Seriously, Michigan, this might be the dumbest state law I've ever heard in my life. I said what I said.
And y'all,
Laborers Unite. Is that for union workers or what?
For Michigan, the new Michigan law, I just looked it up. I see it right here. It says, yes, employees can intentionally take up to 3 days off work without providing documentation as a no-call, no-show before employer can require justification for their absence. Yep, they can take out. Yep, they sure can. It's online. I just looked it up to see was it true.
I believe I know why they're doing that. Because these youngsters don't want to work.
They said this is due to new paid sick leave law allow employees to accrue up to 72 hours of sick time per year.
Yeah, because these little young kids, they don't want to work.
Dang.
They want to go to work when they want to.
I need to move. So you trying to tell me I need to move to Michigan? That's why I should.
Too cold.
Girl, it's cold as hell in Michigan. You definitely would have a reason to call off because it's cold. Shit.
But do y'all think that's a good idea for them to do that? Do y'all think it's gonna do some good and make people want to go to work more and they be more real rested? What y'all think? I wonder how it's gonna work out.
Trump said he's gonna cut out some of that work from home stuff.
What?
Yeah, I read about that, Pap. He sure did, lowering the payment. The pay rate for people working from home and everything.
Whoa.
Well, that's gonna be kind of hard for him because they done pushed all this technology and stuff.
I don't know.
He might be able to do it for a little while, but it's gonna be kind of hard because they done pushed too much of this technology out in the public.
When you think about it, most people started working from home because they didn't have no choice because of the pandemic.
Right.
So we're still climbing ourselves out of the hole from being in the pandemic. You see what I'm saying? A lot of workers just didn't have no choice. So even if they took a pay rate, a lesser pay rate during that time, they ain't have no choice. So what is he going to do if we was to come across another pandemic? Not wishing that on us, but they saying it could happen. So
it's coming. The neutral virus or norovirus, something like that. I might be saying it wrong.
And we got to remember too that the pandemic was also the pandemic.
Oh yeah, let's go, Pap.
And that's why that was a test run to see if they could get people to work from home.
Yeah.
That was part of it.
The only one they said they wanted out there was the essential workers and what was defined as an essential worker during that time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had to pull their weight just to keep the economy afloat during that time. So I don't get all of this. Oh, we gonna force y'all to go back out into the workforce and be amongst people and work in a building. Like, it's so scarce to even do that nowadays.
And do y'all just see some of the stuff they doing just don't make sense?
Come on,
it just don't make sense. Some of the stuff they do, it just don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like when the pandemic was coming along, all the custodians, the people that go, like school was going along, but wasn't no school going on, everybody had to still come to work, clean the buildings up, sanitize, you know what I'm saying, make sure the desks and everything sanitized. But at the end of the day, no schools, no kids come back. So they were having kids going online. So at the end of the day, it's like all technology that they've been working on this whole time, they put it to use to make people stay at home, go to work at home, and they building cars on, it's coming to the point in life that it's gonna be all computerized.
You definitely right. You definitely right. That's what I was talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about. That was be quiet. That was they play and run to see if they can get it, push all that technology out on everybody.
Yeah. See, they taught you a long time ago in school They taught you a long time
No,
ago. No, not you. Not you. I'm talking about the 80s, baby. I'm talking about the 80s, baby. They taught the 80s, baby, how to build cars. Right? The first school you went, some schools you went to, they had automotive, they had electricity.
Yeah,
Don't leave us out on that. We had that. Me and my them was the trade. We had that how to build houses.
They had all that. So they were teaching us get our game together. But they were teaching the white folks and the black folks and the Mexicans how to get their game right. So at the end of the day, what year is now? 2025, right? So all these people have got their mind correct, you know what I'm saying? So everybody knows what they're supposed to do in life. So at the end of life, you know where you put your job at, you know where you resign at. So it's like if something do happen, if Donald Trump do something wrong, he know where to put you at in that category. I'm just saying, I'm just talking.
But anyway,
I gotta agree with you. Because it's all by design.
It makes sense to me, nephew. We had auto shop and we had auto shop, and they was teaching. They had a trade school, like the training career center. That's what they called it.
Yeah,
trade career center. And I mean, a lot of kids didn't take those extra courses. They was, of course, extra credits towards you graduating or whatnot, and it looked good going on your diploma and stuff like that. But it was like, once that new generation came in and didn't want to learn nothing, you know what I'm saying? Even for those little programs that were still available to them at the time,
that's a 90,
baby. Go out and sell your soul to corporate America.
Yeah.
I was shocked when one of my granddaughters, I got 2 granddaughters graduate this year. One of them she was taking a sewing class. I was shocked, and she said she liked it. And the other one was taking it's not homemaking no more, it's chef, some kind of culinary arts. Learn how to cook.
Okay.
And I was surprised that both of them was actually offered them school, because because those are trades. You want to learn how to sew, you learn how to make your own clothes. You want to learn how to cook, you open up your own restaurant.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's what's gonna come up to be. Gonna be doing our own.
You gotta know something. You gotta know a trade. It's come to a part in life. You gotta have a trade. If you don't have no trade in your life, you're gonna be stuck out. I had to say
but that's why a lot of young people. That's why a lot of young people are not going to college. Because they better take trades and go to college.
Is some young folks out here not taking the trade. They taking the trade and hustling and robbing folks. As you see online.
They learning the trade of the streets. Right.
And then you be surprised. Like I be looking at my grandson, my oldest grandson, his little friend. When my husband he bought one of his little friends over here needed his brake change. My husband said, I'm not gonna do it, y'all gonna do it. And I'm just gonna stand here and tell you what to do. When you do them like that, they be all in it, all off into it. Be really trying to learn.
Knees down on the ground, looking all like they want to be involved with it. I got you. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot. It only took my car one time to break down. I didn't know what the hell was going on. And I said, damn, I should have took auto shop. I should have went to school and learned something about automobiles. Hell.
Yeah, it make you feel like that at times. It make you feel like that, girl. Do it really do.
Oh yeah.
Now that's one thing. I give my stepdaddy, because he's a world-class mechanic. And when we was little, if he was out there working on cars, if you're gonna be out here playing, get over here and learn something. So I know how to change the oil. I know how to check the tires. I know how to check the oil.
Yeah. And in time, I did learn how to change my tire, change my oil, you know what I'm saying? Do things like that. But I mean, I'm going to be able to put an engine in, a transmission in. I want to my car never break down.
I was talking about my mama, you know what I'm saying?
Let it for 20 years.
My mama even everything from spark plugs to battery chains for gas treatment, oil changer. You know what I'm saying?
All that.
My mama taught me everything.
And my mama even learned a little stuff about working on cars when they were going to California. to see my brother graduate from the Marines. The car ran hot. The radiator hose busted. And my mama knew to take the radiator hose and cut it off where it busted at and put it, you know, so they could get a place to buy another hose, cut it off and put it back on the radiator and tape it up. And they went on, she said they went on about another 100 miles to get another, because they drive from Texas to California. And you know, once you get out so far, you in the middle of nowhere. And she said they went about another 100 miles before they could get a place to buy another radiator hose. And when they bought the radiator hose, my mama put it on.
Come on now, you hear me? I know that's right. You need a little screwdriver, flathead screwdriver.
She felt very proud of herself in that moment, because a lot of women don't even know how to put, you know what I'm saying, do a jump start.
And it wasn't no man with them. It wasn't no man with them. It was all women and one little boy.
Would y'all believe that I needed a jump? Okay, this is a couple months back. I needed a jump. My battery died, and I was waving down. I was like, no, my car is facing nose front, so nobody could get. They built a house on the side of me, so nobody could come around my back to get to me, to face the front of my car to jump start me. So my mama and Lily pushed me out of the driveway. And I started flagging down cars like, hey, I need a jump. And this guy came and he pulled over and he said, you all right? And I said, no, I need a jump. And he said, oh, I got you. You got some cables? I said, yeah. Do you know this fool would put the red on the black and the black?
He gonna burn up some stuff. What you say?
Smoking? And I said, well, honey, I could have did it if you didn't know what you was doing. He just fell out laughing. He was like,
that's crazy.
Dad, who don't know how to put on jumper cables correctly?
Yeah.
And you a man too, at that, an old man. I was like,
well, he was an old man.
Yeah, he was older than me.
Oh, what you say?
It was crazy.
When I was standing taller, when my husband got in a little trouble and went to jail, and I was going back and forth to Texas County, my neighbor came out. She said, I see every time you get ready to go, because I would let her know I was going to go out of town. Be quiet. And she said, every time you get ready to go, you out here up under this hood of this truck. Do you know what you're doing? I said, yes, ma'am, I sure do. I know how to check my oil. I know how to check my tires. I know how to make sure enough water in there. I know how to check the battery. I know how to hook the batteries up.
Because especially here in Ohio, as cold as it gets, you got to make sure all your fluids is topped off. You got to make sure that there's the transmission fluid topped off, the coolant. All of that. You got to do that. And if you ain't got no man around, you just got to do what you got to do.
And some people don't know, but I'm going to put it out. Some people don't know this little bit of trick. You're not supposed to put transmission fluid in the car unless the car is neutral.
Well, see, my vehicle, you had the transmission to change it. The oil is up underneath the car.
Yep.
So I don't change the transmission on, but I mean, until I can get to somewhere to get the transmission fluid changed out.
Not so much a change, but like, in some cars, especially older cars, you can pour transmission fluid in there to keep it going. You feel the transmission slipping, but you're not supposed to pour the transmission fluid in there unless the car is in neutral.
Yeah, the car supposed to be on.
In neutral.
But we ain't never too old to learn something, you know what I'm saying, about doing, especially when it comes to our vehicles and keeping our vehicles on the up and up and running good. So
well, let's talk about this doctor, y'all. Y'all gotta be careful what doctor y'all go to, because I know I am. And it's a doctor. He was tested. Check it out.
And this morning we are learning that a Houston doctor was suspended by the Texas Medical Board for allegedly performing surgeries while high on cocaine. The board said that Dr. Nathan Stark took part in several surgeries at Houston Methodist in August and September of 2024 while, quote, appearing impaired. He then tested positive for cocaine on October 15th. His suspension is now pending a hearing with the medical board.
I know a Houston medical Methodist.
Right downtown.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I know where it's at.
Right downtown Houston.
Yeah.
Hey, and this last surgery while high on cocaine. That's crazy.
I'm not shocked about that, because I used to work at this little restaurant in Tyler, and it was a white chick that worked in there. And them scrub nurses that work in the ER, they get paid some money. She said that's how she lost her job. Her and the doctor and everybody else up in there was high.
What?
Yep.
What you say?
I see how they be doing medical malpractice. They be like sewing the surgery instruments up in folks, and you know what I'm saying.
She said they was on them pills because the doctor could write the prescription or the doctor write the prescription for the nurses and they go get the pill. She said half the time they was in there doing surgery, all of them was in there high.
Ain't that something? That make you be scared to go to the doctor and that make you be scared to go to the doctor. I mean, say you cause I mean you got to be careful. Say unless you got a camera. You got a camera in her to see everything going on.
I was talking to her, you know, she was real quiet, nice little, you know, she was tall, she was real quiet, real friendly. And when you talk to her, you could tell she was kind of intelligent, you know. So, you know, we talking and she just finally told her, I used to be a scrub nurse and everybody in there was high.
That's scary.
I ain't surprised at all.
But I'm gonna show y'all something that's much scarier. Check this out. It's the last video. Check it out.
Gruesomely attacked, kidnapped, beaten, stripped, and robbed. Thankfully, she was somehow able to escape and find help. First at 4, Brittany Ware's Live shares how police are working right now to find her attackers, Brittany.
This story is just horrible and sickening. A 19-year-old girl was lured to...
Wrong one. Hold on.
What done happened now?
Imagine you go to the doctor because you're scheduled to get your wisdom teeth taken out. They have an anesthesiologist who comes and puts you under because it's better for you to be asleep so that you're not in pain during the procedure. You wake up, everything is fine. Of course, you're a little bit woozy, but you go home, you rest it off, and you're good to go. A few weeks go by and you start really not feeling good, but it has nothing to do with your mouth and more so to do with your stomach. So you call your regular doctor so that you can get a checkup. You go to your doctor's appointment thinking maybe you just have the flu or you have stomach sickness. You're not really sure what's going on, but you don't really think too much of it. They run a few tests on you. Tests come back and say that you're pregnant. Why the fuck am I pregnant? Because my girl got cobwebs down there. I ain't had shit in a minute. The doctor ends up telling you the time frame that you got pregnant, and it ends up falling in the same time frame you went under anesthesiology. So you indeed find out you were raped at your wisdom teeth appointment by one of the dentists. You start clocking 10 thinking back, and it was a lot of men in that day, so you don't even know who did it. Not only are you dealing with the emotions of finding out that you were raped, but you're also dealing with the emotions of carrying this baby to term because it is far past the abortion period. Now you are holding and growing the child of your race, all while trying to figure out who your race is and healing and staying healthy for your sake and the baby's sake.
Man, sick world, man.
The time where the abort law should be in for somebody like that right there. You see what I'm saying? They out there trying to deny women of having this done. In this case right here, this is where I really just showed this for two things. I showed this because this was a point where they trying to take away the abortion thing, right? And then in her case, she really needed this right here. You see what I'm saying? But she said it was too far along. But still, if she would have found out before it was too far along, she could have had something done, right? But you know, that's just one of the laws that they try to take away from women who really need something done. In cases like this right here, this prime example right here.
Then no, she can't be served no justice because she don't know what doctor did violate her.
You gotta wait till the baby get here to get a DNA.
But why have so many men in one room when you getting a tooth pulled? I didn't understand that. Do y'all understand that?
That my mama back in the day, she was always the one. Somebody gets sick, she go to the hospital with them, and she taught us that don't. If you going under, gotta go have surgery, spend night in the hospital. Don't stay there by yourself. Don't go to that hospital by yourself.
But then they have rules, hospital rules and regulations against letting visitors into the operating room with you. So how are you supposed to even? Then they got rules and regulations against filming the operation.
Yeah,
it's like an injustice in both ends. It's like you can't win for lose.
It just go to show you how diabolical and evil this world is.
It really do.
Yeah. And who's to say each man didn't have a turn while she was up under that anesthesiology? She was up under. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Anesthesiology. Yeah.
Who's to know? Who's to say all men? She said it was full of men. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure if it's full of men, I'm sure they all serve the time around the world with her. You know
I've
what I
only
mean?
had one male OBGYN, and I was never comfortable. But anytime he wants to examine me, I asked for a female nurse to be in that room with me.
Yeah, I always ask for a female doctor when I get ready to get that done. You know, get
And
that
my
doctor.
mama said that when she was giving birth to me, even though I was a preemie, I was only 4 pounds 11 ounces. She said still was a lot of pain because she was having preterm labor, so they didn't want to give her no medication to numb her. So she told that doctor, "If you ain't got little hands, don't touch me. Don't even think about touching me." The doctor showed his hands, and she said, "Your hands is way too big. Give me somebody else with some smaller hands in here."
Yeah, yeah.
Cause they
Just
don't
be
care.
careful. Be careful
They
out
don't
there.
care.
Not, I know. So that means she can't sue nobody. She can't. I mean, well, there ain't
And
nothing
you
she
see,
can really do though, huh?
I don't know how she could. I mean, like Pap said, every male physician that was in there that day would have to get tested, but still, you know what I'm saying? The humility of the whole ordeal, then you being made to carry a pregnancy to term and all of that because your human rights been stripped away. They don't have laws to protect women, just like they ain't got enough laws to protect black folks.
And that's my next thing. You see what color she was too, didn't you?
Yeah.
And they knew she probably wasn't gonna be able to get no lawyer. And they prey on black women.
Well, they probably thought this right here. Well, she black, little young black girl. She probably sleeping with all kind of men. She don't know who got her pregnant. So we all, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think they probably thought. That's what I'm thinking what they thought.
I wouldn't doubt that one bit either.
Yeah.
So damn sick, man.
Yeah. So y'all be careful when you be going to the dentist, won't get put to sleep. Baby. Don't put me to sleep for none of that.
When my youngest son, he went and got his wisdom teeth pulled when he was 16. My brother went with him. When my youngest daughter went and got hers pulled when she was 12, I was sitting right there in the doctor's office.
Mm-hmm. I would just say opt for laughing gas. I mean, it's effective. Don't let them put you fully under, especially if they tell me can't nobody come in the operating room with you, or they got a sanction on somebody being in there back there with you. Just tell them, give me laughing gas if it ain't something too extreme. You know what I'm saying?
And then if you sitting out there in the office and you can't see what's going on, they come out and got this funny smell to them. They don't smell like a dentist office. Then we got a problem, because you can smell that shit.
Yep. That's crazy.
Why you walking on your mouth?
It's like nowadays you just hear the unthinkable, like things that you may think in the back of your head can happen. You really hearing these things are happening now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, you can't escape nothing.
Yeah. So I'm playing this last video, y'all, but I just want to clear this up, TT and Pap. And TT, you hear, and when I fit say, you gonna say, I pray about this all the time. When you hear South Dallas say South Dallas, I'm from South Dallas, and they say I'm from Lancaster, I'm from Oak Cliff, I'm from Cedar Hill. That's all south of Dallas. People try and make like Oak Cliff is Oak Cliff and the Cliff and the South Dallas on it's just South Dallas. They saying everything is in south of Dallas. Now let's hear this, y'all. Now let's clear this up. Now we're gonna clear this up, right? Let's clear it up.
Dallas natives, let's clear something up real quick. Since y'all seem to get offended when people do this. When people call Oak Cliff, DeSoto, Duncanville, when they call it South Dallas, I want y'all to understand it is a directional and geographical fact. I know y'all have a neighborhood that is called South Dallas, but let me explain something to you. Oak Cliff is south of downtown Dallas. DeSoto, south of downtown Dallas. Duncanville, south of downtown Dallas. If you have a problem with it, I suggest you move the location of whatever that locale is and move it somewhere else. It is all South Dallas. Point blank, period. It is not up for discussion. It is not up for conversation. It is a geographical immediacy. That's what it is. It is south of Dallas. Understand?
There y'all have it. It's cleared up.
I didn't ever know there was a discrepancy. I never paid attention, to be honest with you, Perk.
Yeah.
You that's part of the divide and conquer. Because everybody know back in the day, most of the black people lived in South Dallas, south of downtown. Oak
Right.
Cliff was the heart of South Dallas.
Sure was.
Oak Cliff is where the drugs took over South Dallas. That's when everybody.
Come on now.
I'm from Oak Cliff. I'm from Duncanville. You from South Dallas?
Right. Right. And people try to make it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. People tell me, well, I ain't from South Dallas. I'm from Duncanville. It's all South Dallas.
So yeah. Cause
Oh, Toys dropped the link. Okay, Tori, hold on.
It's all south of downtown Dallas. Everything north of downtown Dallas.
Oh, see, we don't here. We got north, south, east, and west. It's on the sides of town. That's it. Like, it's not separate. I mean, it's no separations of neighborhoods. You on one side of town or you on the other. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you know what? And they did that because in Tyler, it's the same way. It used to be most of the black people in Tyler was in North Tyler. And I'm from the North. It was some black people in South Tyler, but most of the white people the black people stayed out a little further. But I'm from the North. But then when the drugs took over the North, that's how they said in Tyler. You don't want to say you from North Tyler now. But before the drugs the crack went rampant, I'm from North Tyler.
Well, they can quit saying that about South Dallas. It's all South Dallas. Everything is south of South Dallas. So Lancaster, Cedar Hill, Duncanville, DeSoto. That's South Dallas. That's south of Dallas.
And wait a minute, hold up. Half the people that stay in Duncanville, except for the ones who moved there, DeSoto, Lancaster, you come from right out of the heart of South Dallas.
That's true.
Because most of them either move out to the suburbs.
I was just about to say that. Is it the suburbs that because we got gentrification real bad. Like, everybody came from Old Town east of Columbus. That's where all the black folks was. And then they started doing the construction. They started doing the high-rise buildings. They started building up downtown so everything can look alike. They started doing the outer belt of the expressway so you can only get in one way and out one way of the city. And all the black folks started migrating out of the inner city.
And from what I can see, I started really running back. I mean, stumping the ground in Dallas in '97. And from what I can see, most of the people that grew up in South Dallas moved to the north.
Yeah, they did.
When they get grown enough to get their own apartment, they either move out to the suburb or go straight to North Dallas.
That's right, they did. Hey, Tori.
Hey, Miss Perk, how you doing? No, Miss Pat, right? Because South Dallas, it was a great neighborhood or whatever, and then they was trying to get their own, trying to create their own neighborhood or whatever.
Right.
But the city wasn't letting them do it, so they moved to North Dallas, and it was a neighborhood called Hamilton Park out there. It's in North Dallas. It's in North Dallas. So over there, Bob, where you stay at?
Yeah, I know what Hampton Park is. Yeah.
Yeah, because they got their own neighborhood or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like all the black folks or whatever, and all the street names in that neighborhood is named after it was named after black entertainers and all this stuff.
Well, I know. Oh, I am, girl. Oh, I know. They trying to my. I stay in Oak Cliff, Texas. Where the hell is Oak Cliff, Texas at? When they trying to make, where they get that from? Ain't no Oak Cliff, Texas.
But if you do the history on Dallas, and I done read a little bit of it because I ran across an article where they was talking about the riots that happened downtown Dallas, and the First Baptist Church got burnt up back in the day, right after in the late 1800s. The majority, they wouldn't let the black people live in the South.
They would.
You better not go cross over the other side of downtown Dallas or the other side. Do the history. All the black people was on the south side. That's the reason why it's so many of them over there now. And all the and
South
most of
side
the stuff
Dallas.
in the south, because I know for a fact, my daughter grandpa, he had houses everywhere over there in the south. A few in the west and one or two in the east. But he had
Well,
about 6 of them in South Dallas. And
Yeah,
well,
most black homes,
she
all
showed
that
around.
in South Dallas.
well,
Hey,
them
she
folks
showed
sure need,
around.
them people sure need to
She
learn what they said then, because people need to recognize that, because people act like, oh, I stay in Lancaster, and it's all South Dallas. It's all, people don't recognize it though, but it really is, y'all.
yeah, and then look, Miss Perk, they be trying to play us, you know what I'm saying? Like the people from the north side, they be trying to play us, you know what I'm saying, like we south or whatever. Like, no, that ain't what that is. Cause you get your head knocked off, you know what I'm saying, messing around
And
in the
half
north.
from over there in the north, they mom and daddy grew up in the south.
Yeah. Yeah, you right about that. You right about that. But they be trying to play us for South. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you say you from North Dallas out here, they gonna be like, oh, that nigga, they're South or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we just quiet. Cause you know what I'm saying, my uncle had peeped that when he used to come out here, whatever. Like, nah, the nigga just quiet, cause he was like, oh, them niggas, they're scared with this and this and this and this. And then he tried to tell my uncle, he tried to tell my partner, he was like, hey, look, he was like, hey, don't be messing up with them niggas out there. He was like, them niggas just quiet.
They
And,
quiet.
and, that, and that's how they try to play us. You know what I'm saying? Because I had seen something on the YouTube. Dude was just like, yeah, you making enough dollars, you done made it. No, that ain't what it is, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, yeah, Frisco. I was like, Frisco ain't even Dallas County.
And one thing for sure, and two things for real. We all the same. All these black folks same. We
They
all the
sure
same.
live. They sure live. They all the same. But let me go to commercial break, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna change the topic right quick. I gotta get some off my
I
chest.
can see me sitting in the back of a cop car, banging my head on the window. I can see me slamming that last cop shot glass, losing everything in my billfold. Ooh, that's what I do when I'm drinking about you. So I don't wanna go downtown, doing what we used to. Twist the top off another round. Hell, I got enough loose screws. I'm getting tired of hurting about you. Nothing ever changes. I think I'm gonna stay right here tonight, cause that could be dangerous. Cause that could be dangerous. Yeah.
That little dude in the front, I be watching his channel on YouTube. He from Longview.
I like that little dude in the black. That little dude in black, boy. I like that little youngster right there.
Say what?
Where you
Yeah.
get found this shit? Where
They
you
both
get found
very
this?
resist on their feet. That's eye candy right there.
Yeah,
Yes,
he got a
indeed. I like Little Slim. But
he got a channel on YouTube. They from Longview.
oh, is it? Because I don't see
Oh,
them on
for real?
YouTube. I catch them on Instagram, and I catch them on TikTok. I got them on notification bell. Ding.
They from Longview.
But yeah,
I ain't know that.
go
They
ahead,
from
Joy.
East Texas. They from East Texas.
Yeah, you
That's what I'm
know,
saying, yeah.
have y'all seen the little dude on Bubba Dub? Bubba Dub be talking cash shit. My husband watching, and he kind of
Nah,
big
I
on
don't know him.
he started out on Facebook. He started out on Facebook. He got a few videos on YouTube, and he on TikTok. He from Longview, and he my cousin. I didn't know he was from Longview, and because my husband showed him to me, and then come to find out talking to my little cousin, that's his friend.
Oh, for real?
I'm from East Texas, Tori.
Don't I want to talk. Don't start no talking shit. Don't you just be quiet. But Pam, I hate to cut you short, but let me get over to Tari.
Go ahead.
Tari.
What?
So, what the hell you doing out playing all night? You was up all night the other night. You playing the other night. What you doing playing the other night? Up on Broadway, Pound. What you doing on Broadway, Pound?
That was just entertainment. I wasn't talking about nothing.
Was you talking
I,
about
was,
being
I
on
wasn't talking about nothing.
wait. Was you talking about being on entertainment up there?
No. If I say something, tell me so I can explain
Nah,
myself. I wasn't talking about nothing. No, because I had got charged up. I
I'm
got
just
charged up by
picking
you
on
know
you.
who. No, I got charged up by you know who.
But if I would see your ass on that pound toy, I would hit that link and say, Tar, what the hell you doing? You talking about being on
Hold on.
entertainment up there on the pound?
Hold on. So I got told on?
You getting being on entertainment TV some shout out. What's up, being on entertainment TV?
No, 'cause I was trying to explain myself because I had got in trouble. I got in trouble by you know who. You know who.
Well, you have to stay out of trouble, man.
Man, I don't know.
Trouble, you
You
always
gonna make
getting
me
in
come over
trouble.
there? You gonna make me come over, Tori, and drag you by your tubby
Man,
toe?
I already know. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this. I don't know.
So we
I don't
was trying
know.
to help you. You always getting in trouble. You can't keep getting in trouble now. We can't keep helping you.
Tori, stay in trouble. I'm gonna get my belt. He think fat meat grease around here. As
Man,
old folks say.
Look at Mama, why she put knives down in the chat. She put the butcher knives down in the chat.
Y'all laugh at that nigga and stuff. It ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? My little boo thing made him and everything, man. I'm
Man,
sad in
say,
the motherfucker.
So
I'm
you
gonna have
ain't
to.
get. How you come over here on the video entertainment and we be trying to help you out, and then you still go get in trouble with your boo thing? You ain't paying attention. Get your belt. Get your belt, friend.
I'm just saying real niggas ain't perfect. Damn.
You gotta stay out of trouble. You always in trouble. Every other month you in trouble.
Yeah, and I did tell my homegirl that today. I was just like, hey, I was like, we into it right now, whatever. Cause she had asked about, little boo thing, and then I was like, yeah, we into it right now, or whatever. I was just like, yeah, I was like, when we be into it, I was like, it do be my fault. So I gotta figure out how to fix it.
Keep your ass off them panels, Tari. Don't make me come up over there and catch you on a panel that you ain't supposed to be on. I'm gonna hit that panel and I'm gonna say, Tari, what you doing up here, Tari?
Man, no, I
Get
just be
down.
in it. No, I'm saying she understand that I be trying to entertain, but she got mad at me. I was just like, damn, baby. I was just entertaining.
So
But she wasn't going for that.
I heard you was running the play over there.
Well, I don't know how your boo thing feel, but I heard you dox yourself. And you was doxing some information, some personal information that you had no business doxing yourself, camming up and acting silly like that.
No, I don't know where you got that from. No, I
I
wouldn't do
heard
no.
they
I
got
wouldn't
your
do.
license plate number and your address. That's what I was told.
Hold on, they got my information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was told.
Hold
It was.
on, Miss Perch said yeah too. She said
I,
yeah.
I'm just telling you what was said to me because there's some people was in the bushes and they said you was up there cammed up, looking a mess, dirty fingernails all in the camera. You was showing license plates and ooh wee, boy, you better be careful. You know how
So
they get down on that other side of the sector. You know they
you
don't.
doing all that? You doing all that, Tari? Oh my
No.
goodness.
Mm-mm.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
no. If that was said, they probably doing something. But I'm saying that they can come and fuck with me if they want to. They finna find out who the fuck I am.
Oh well, they said you was all falling in love with the lady up over there and supposed to be
No, it wasn't. Nah, that wasn't nothing like. Nah, hell no.
Wait. Hold on. What lady? What lady?
well, we ain't gonna say her name because she only was doing what she's supposed to do is troll. And I keep telling this young man that that's what they do over there. He gonna get trolled. They gonna troll the hell out of you. But he's just hard headed. So your boo thing got every right
No,
to be mad at you.
no. Watch.
You would never speak again.
No, see, there y'all go right there. Yeah, no, watch. I didn't do that. No, Hell no.
Then you
Hell
explain
no.
what you
Hell
did.
no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. I ain't do that. Watch.
Yeah, to no.
They said when he cammed up, they saw they wrote the license plate number down and was gonna look it up to the address is registered to.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, and they was like, yeah, so and so on their way to see about you, bruh. And he was just all cheese, skinning and grinning.
What?
No, I wasn't. No, what? No, I was not.
That boy DC laughing at you.
That's because DC got
Okay,
more common sense than Tory. He know he younger than Tory. And he got way more common sense than him. Then he get in hot water with his boo thing and want to cry about it. That's a damn shame, Tory.
So live. God dog. Man, Tory, man, oh man. So you was on a cheesing like Chester. Say you was on a cheesing like Chester the cat over there.
No, that's what she said. I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing of that stuff. Nah, I ain't did
Never
none of
know
that
who's
stuff.
gonna be in the bushes watching. Talk about he, and I know them folks ain't lying on him. They saw what they saw.
When they told me that about Tory, I said, "What? The next time I catch Tory, I'm gonna hit that panel and tell him what it doing up there. Get down, get
Nah, I
down,
ain't did that. I ain't did none of that. Miss Pop ain't did nothing. Miss Pop ain't did
nothing. Now my wife said, Tory, I'm gonna watch the replay. Now my wife said she gonna watch the replay.
Oh shoot!
Now
Now you can't deny nothing because it's recorded. They recorded it, like Mo3 said.
Here she go. No, I'm just saying, y'all can't. No, man.
We ain't doing nothing to you. I'm just asking the question. I thought I heard you was up to trying to run a play. So Tory run a play. When Tory started running plays?
Nah, what it was. Nah, what it was. No, I'm just saying, cause like, me and that dude, you know what I'm saying, we be, we kept in partners.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then something had happened, a situation came up or whatever. Then I was just like, okay, just let me go with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna roll with it, and I'm finna entertain. That's all it was. That shit ain't for real.
So your
Then,
boo thing called me and told me that you said you was trying to get your views and stuff up on your channel. And I said, how in the hell he gonna do that? He don't even know how to work a StreamYard. He don't even know how to make a thumbnail. How the hell he gonna get running plays?
My views had already been up.
What views?
Boy, you ain't even put a video up. How your views?
Not my views went from 20 to
No,
117.
you mean your subscriber count. You was running a play to get your subscriber count up.
Yeah. You right about that. Yeah, you right about that.
Boy, you was something
Y'all laughing at me. Y'all laughing at me.
Y'all see this mess here?
Man, y'all laughing at a nigga.
It's really not funny because you got
Get out my boy, TT here. He getting it, man. TT, calm down.
Nah, nephew, he doxed himself. He did that. Like, okay, run a play.
I didn't dox myself. What are you talking about? I did not dox myself.
You did.
I did not do
People
that.
said
No, I did not. No, them people doing me like that. I'm just saying, but you know what I'm saying. But if they want to come up over here, they is gonna get shot.
They said it was crackhead chronicle activities over there with you. You cammed up, showed your damn. You cammed up, showed your license plate number and the address.
Nah, I don't know how they got my license plate number. But I'm just saying, if somebody come around here, where I be at, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes they is gonna get something gonna happen to them.
No, he didn't get paid for the play. Now, watch all he got was subscribers.
See, y'all still getting on my ass. Don't do that to me.
Tell some damn dude. What views you got up or something?
Man, see y'all laughing at nigga and shit, man. That's some cold ass shit.
We love you, Tory. We know we love you, Tory.
No, Jackie. No, oh, I said Jackie. No, why?
Oh, that's who you want to play with.
Look, he's so in love. He calling out on my watch, Jackie,
No,
baby.
I was not. No, I was not. No, I was not. No. I'm just saying, I got me a little boo thing that I cut for or whatever. I'm just saying, you think I'm finna do that to, you know what I'm saying, to my boo thing? I ain't finna go behind no back. Like, hell no.
You was over there asking that lady, did she have panties on and shit? You ain't care too much about your boo thing.
No, it wasn't like that, man. It wasn't like that.
Don't let them lie to you, Perk. No, just watch the replay.
No, Miss Perp, I wasn't doing that. I'm a loyal person.
His boo thing called me personally and said, Titi, go watch this mess. That nigga in the doghouse. So, I don't know, Tori.
Sorry. What you say?
Man, no, it wasn't even like that. It ain't,
You always
huh?
sniffing panties. You always sniffing panties and shit. What the hell going on?
Man, I wasn't doing that. I'm just saying, like, I wasn't talking about nothing, and she ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I heard your boo thing was so upset at you, she called you, snitched on you to your mama.
What you say? What?
Yeah.
Bitch, what?
She
Yeah.
did.
She snitched on him to his mama.
Dang.
No, I thought my boo thing. Nah, my boo thing snitched on me.
Oh well, you shouldn't be playing like that.
Damn, Tori.
Man, god dang.
Oh, you ain't supposed to get nobody your mama phone. Wait a minute, Tori. Let me holler at you. Let me holler at you, baby. Let Perp holler at you. One thing you don't
No,
do.
she got my mom.
Hold on, player. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on, side player. Hold on, side player. One thing you do not do is give no woman your mama phone number. Do you understand me? That's the
Boo thing.
hold on. It's for you and any other man. You don't give no woman your mama phone number. That's the wrong mother phone number you give to anybody besides the popos. You don't get no female. You don't get no woman your mama's phone number, man. I'm telling you what I'm trying to tell you.
Why your boo thing got your mama phone number, Tori?
Because I went to jail.
Okay. She had to contact.
That's how she got my phone. That's how she got my phone number. And then my phone messed up right now. Like I could do everything on my phone
You
except
should
talk.
have blocked her when you got out of jail. You should have blocked your boo thing so she gonna be calling your mama.
Let's go, Perk.
Y'all laughing at the nigga and shit.
Yeah.
So he got to get cussed out by his mama, then cussed out by his boo thing. Then he be scared. Perp. Now my watch gonna see the silly shit and cuss him out. Oh boy, you down bad. I'm gonna pray for you though.
Oh really? I ain't did nothing wrong. I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing wrong. I ain't did nothing wrong.
That you keep flossing them kangaroo nuts.
Look, I gave my boo thing. I gave my little boo thing my phone number. I was like, baby, you know what I'm saying? I was like, call me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call you or whatever. And then I had gave Jamal my number and my mama. I was just like, I'm gonna keep in touch with the three of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, all four of us gonna stay in touch. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, the other shit that happened the other night or whatever, that was just you know what I'm saying? We were just entertaining. It wasn't nothing wrong, but I'm in the doghouse or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just chucking and jiving with you, man. Ain't nothing wrong with having a good time, enjoying yourself, because it's all about life. Because it ain't about you. You got to get your life together. I know you have you some fun. Ain't nothing wrong with having a little fun, but the next time you don't get nobody your mama phone number, then if you do, you need to block that number.
I ain't finna block my boo thing. No, I ain't finna do that.
I'm just saying. But I hope you and your boo thing straighten everything, guys. So you gotta do a lot of explaining. So once again, I'm back to the question I asked you last time. A king and queen talking. Now, did you send your boo thing anything? Put in her pocketbook? Every 2 weeks or every week you send anything? Put in a little pocket change. Did you take care of that for me?
I did it. I did it a couple weeks ago, but I ain't did it.
A couple of weeks ago. Hold it. You can't be going 2 weeks without getting your boo thing unless something put in a pocketbook.
What's the boo thing get money to though?
I already know that. You know what I'm saying? I know you be putting me up on game and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna do that at the end of the week. It's a lot of stuff I gotta do at the end of the week.
So you trying to tell me to let her know in case she watching Big on Entertainment TV, she'll get a 2 weeks allowance instead of a 1 week allowance? Did you try to say?
But she ain't saying no. She don't
No,
do
no,
me like
no,
that. She don't be giving me hair like that or whatever. I was just like, okay, like yeah, I'm finna, come up right quick or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I was finna handle it at the end of the week. I promise I was. I promise.
So that means you're gonna double up on your payment then. You mean not the payment, but on your little dollar bill.
I could double up. I could double up.
You could send a whole C note. You know what C note is, right?
Damn, that
All
much?
right. She ain't no. Look here. She is a woman. Now she's a woman, right? She's a woman, not a girl. She's a woman. She's a grown woman.
Yeah. She called too, and
A grown woman, a grown woman, $25 ain't gonna do nothing. $50 might put a dent, but 100 gonna sell it just right. I promise you.
Yeah. You right, but she cold with it though. But you know what I'm saying? But she understand that I got stuff to handle before I can start doing it though. I'm practicing right now.
You practicing? What you practicing?
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, give me about 3 more weeks. I can start sending her, you know what I'm saying, $100, $200 or whatever. Then you know what I'm saying. Then I'm gonna go see her.
But in the meantime, what's she gonna do in between time?
What you mean? Don't be encouraging her to do shit on me.
I really encourage. I'm just speaking as a woman to another woman to a brother. That's all.
Man, no, don't understand. I'm finna be sad in the motherfucker. Don't be doing that to me like that, though.
Okay, Tar. Okay, Tar. Shut up, boy. Okay, Tar. But anyway,
First time I shut up, boy.
No, see, y'all giggling at a nigga and shit.
No,
Like,
Tori, but for real, as your friend, I just wanted to, be careful. Be careful camming up in certain spaces and turning the camera around. Just have
man, that wasn't nothing. That lady wasn't talking about nothing. I wasn't talking about nothing.
in general. I'm not talking about nobody specifically. They was just trolling. I get that. You was trolling, whatever y'all do. But just be careful because doxing's real on this app. And folks can get your information very easily. And you've seen people roll up on people and shit like that. So just be careful. Be mindful of what you're doing.
Yeah, and don't get
plays over here. We getting our subs out the mud. You know what I'm saying? We starting from ground scratch up. We ain't running plays. We ain't doing none of that scratching and going back and forth with people. We have not had to do any of that to get where we at on our channel. So if that's what you choosing to do, you a grown man. I'm just saying be careful how you do stuff. And then you got to remember how you get them subs. You got to be able to keep them the same way you get them.
Right.
Yeah.
And then and me personally, just to you, Tori, because I love you. You my guy. I don't want you to mess around and get caught up, and then somebody won't come up over there that we know of. We ain't gonna call no name. Want to start fucking with you in the chat and this and that. Won't hit the panel and start talking crazy. Purple ain't got time to get by her sleep. Hit no panel. If I do, I'm gonna clear the whole goddamn panel out.
I really appreciate that right there.
I don't want you to pop on them panels like that right there. You see what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong now. I like going on B-Way because B-Way, that motherfucker's stupid. He say some crazy off the wall shit. I'm like,
we capping partners. You know what I'm saying? We cap on each other. We've been doing that for years, since 2022. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had covered it. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, okay, he bring her up on here or whatever, and okay, let's entertain.
Yeah.
Entertain the people. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a boo thing. You know what I'm saying? I got a solid boo thing. You know what I'm saying? She real cool.
Yeah,
you know
and she's a strong woman. Yeah, I understand, but just I want you to get caught there with a pound. Then somebody come to the store, as they say, jaw jacking with you and carried on. It's all old folks saying and everything, but You know, I like B-Way because I be laughing and I be rolling and he be happy. I be killing myself with crazy ass shit. Not only that, people in Arkansas,
Yeah.
so I understand what you're saying, but then people don't really realize, you know, that's where I'm from, but people have to realize that people in Arkansas, they really just ain't got time for that. They ain't for that really that no nonsense. We just ain't really ready. We ain't for that no nonsense down there toward that way. We ain't having it, and you ain't gonna be whooping no asses, and you know you know it just you know it just ain't be going down like that. So people be really be missing some screws about people from Arkansas how they are and what they'll do. But yeah, you go to Arkansas, believe you me, you know when you're in the country fighting them country folks. Cause when country people be fighting, when they on that ground, you hear the ground just be hitting that ground. You hear a thump on the ground when the country folks fight. Am I right? Am I wrong?
I already know. I already know about the South or whatever.
That's right. You
I
hear
used
the
to fuck
ground
around.
thump.
I used to fuck around in Cersei.
Yeah, am I right, pal?
Yeah, friend, you right. You sure right.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
hear the ground thumping when people from Arkansas be fighting. They be on their shit. They ain't fighting. They ain't playing. They
I
fighting
already
hard
know.
as hell.
I already know. I used to fuck around in Cersei, and then I used to drive through Arkansas. I used to drive through the South. You know what I'm saying? Every week,
Yeah,
twice
yeah,
twice twice a week. I already
but
know
yeah.
how they get down out there.
But I just want you to be
You know what I'm saying?
careful.
Then, now, I was
Yeah,
real cool. I was real cool with a dude from out there. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like I know about the South. The
And
South. That,
you mess around in the country with them country folks too far in them woods, you get hit off in there.
Come on now. Hey, Pap,
she got
and
loud
see
now. I'm saying it's funny.
where they from down there in Arkansas? They down there by Camden, Arkansas, down by Prescott, down there by Waldo and
In the woods, I done played down through there
yeah,
too. In the woods.
That's what it is. Right where I'm
Yeah.
from.
Like I said, Cersei, Little Rock, and like East Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like you coming out of Texarkana, you know what I'm saying, going down 30 until it turned into 40. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been through all that.
You still
Yeah.
don't run through East Texas. 20 run
Huh?
through East Texas.
Yeah, 80 to 20, yeah.
20 run through East Texas because 20 run through Longview and
Yes,
Kilgore.
I do.
30 comes
Yeah,
straight out of
yeah,
Arkansas into Dallas.
Jefferson.
yeah. Yep. Sure do. Yep. Cause I had a chance to go to Kilgore, the junior college out there, Kilgore.
Mm-hmm.
I had a chance to go out there to play football or whatever, and then but when I had got there, they called me the wrong damn name. I was like, oh y'all, fuck y'all. You know
Kilgore
what
High
I'm saying?
School. They didn't even have no good high school. They weren't even doing nothing in football. Kilgore, Pittsburgh, not Pittsburgh. Is it Pittsburgh? Yeah. Mount
Nah,
Vernon.
Pittsburgh, and Kansas.
What?
No, you got
No.
Pittsburgh, Texas too.
No. In Texas. What you talking
You'd have
about?
been
Mount
down through
Vernon.
30. You should have done seen the sign. Pittsburgh, Texas.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
they got a Pittsburgh. They got a Pittsburgh in Kansas.
I ain't
They
talking
try
about
to.
that. Ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about here in Texas.
Oh,
Pittsburgh,
okay.
Mount Vernon. Yeah. If you haven't
Oh,
been
all
toward
right.
Texas County, you should see Pittsburgh, Mount Vernon, all that, DeKalb and all that, Nash.
You
Okay.
come
No,
down
I
I'm
don't know
saying
where
that.
you've been going, then, Tori. You've been going to.
No, the only reason I said Pittsburgh because they try to send me to out of high school. They try to send me to Pittsburgh College. You know what I'm saying, up there in Kansas.
I thought you talking about down in Texas. I'm talking about Texas. You talking about way somewhere else, shit, man.
Them
That
people,
one
them
time.
people in,
That
them
one time.
people in
I was
Kansas,
wrong. I was wrong.
them
Damn.
people in Kansas, black and white, they strange.
They crazy as
Why you
hell.
say? Why you
Believe
say?
me,
Hold
the
on. Why
thing
you
is,
say that?
I lived up there for a little while, and they strange.
No. Cause I'd have been up there before. That's why I had asked you. I was like, "Why you say that?" That's why I asked you why you said that.
They
Cause
kind
I
of
thought cause I thought I was crazy.
they kind of the black folks is friendly, but they kind of strange. It's just something off about them. I don't know what it is because I lived up there for a couple of months, about 3-4 months.
Hey, look what you said. You They they is out.
Right.
What you said? You just said off. They is.
They
They
ain't
is.
never out.
Like I was cool. I had an old school partner. He was from up there, and I had to catch on to him or what. I'm just like, man, what the hell you got going on? And then when I started going up there, they seemed like they was, they seemed like they were strange. I was
They
just like, it's
strange.
something different. I was like, it's something different about y'all, cause cause they think we slow. You know what I'm saying? Downhill.
No,
But
they slow.
hold up, man. Y'all got my stomach hurting, man. Come on. Y'all got my stomach hurting. Y'all got my stomach hurting.
Yeah, they want slow. You sure right, but they want slow on pal.
Yes, and then the few people that I know, they was from Texas and moved up there and had been living up there so long. They was stole.
What? They had changed.
I'm
Whole
like, what the
different.
hell?
Yep, I had an old school partner. His name was Rodney. His name was Rodney. He passed away now, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He passed away like in his mid 40s or whatever. But that was my partner, and I was just like, he was cool or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it had to take me a long time to catch up with him. I'm just like, man, hold up. You know what I'm saying? And I knew this dude. I was in my teenage years or whatever. And he was, what I'm saying, he was a grown man. I'm just like, hold on, like you said, they slow.
So let me
You know
ask
they
y'all this
got.
right here. So Papa and y'all, so I was looking at an article about Deion Sanders and Dallas Cowboys. So is Deion Sanders saying that if his two boys can come to the Dallas Cowboys and play with them, he'll come be a coach? Is that what he's saying, y'all? Or am I getting it wrong?
No, he said he don't want to. Cause I was just talking to one of my homegirls about that today. He don't want to go to the pros.
Who don't? Deion Sanders don't?
No, he don't want to go to the pros because he like being a mentor to them kids. He like growing them kids.
Oh.
And when I said that to my homegirl or whatever, that's what she said. She was like, nah. She was like, I think he like being with them kids.
He said that. He
Yeah.
said he'd rather help be with the kids than with them grown ups. And him and Jerry Jones ain't gonna click no way. That's why he left to begin with.
Yep. And then what you call, since you said that, that's why Jimmy Johnson had left the Cowboys. Jimmy Johnson, you remember Jimmy Johnson? Y'all remember Jimmy Johnson?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Last time
Jimmy
Dallas
Johnson.
Cowboys done won the Super Bowl when Jimmy Johnson
Let's
was
go.
coaching.
Let's go.
Yeah. He was from
He was from Florida, and he brought all his players with him. Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith. He
no,
brought all them players from the University of Florida right up here with him.
no, Miss Pepper, he a Texas boy. He from Port Arthur.
But he was coaching in Florida before he got the job at the Dallas Cowboys. He was
Yeah,
the head
yeah.
football coach for the Gators down there in Florida, and he brought them players up here with him. And he told Jerry Jones when he took the job he was not coming unless he could bring his
He
players.
was,
And he brought
yeah,
Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith with him.
yeah. He coached Miami, and all he was doing.
Yeah.
Okay, peep game. Cause all he was doing, and you probably already know, but I'm probably just finna reassure you or whatever. He was just reloading. When he was with the Cowboys, he was reloading with all them Florida boys.
Yeah, because he used to coach down there.
Mm-hmm.
He was coaching.
Yep.
He was coaching. He wasn't coaching no pro game when Jerry Jones got him. He was coaching college.
Yeah, he coached Miami.
Yeah.
He coached
Because
Michael
Michael
Irvin.
Irvin, I think Michael
He coached.
Irvin is a year older than me or the same age I am, and Emmitt Smith right behind him.
I don't know, but
He used to win that Pop Top.
Michael Irvin was born in the '60s. He was number 47 in high school.
His old slick ass. I can't stand him.
Don't talk about my lip lock. Don't talk about my lip lock.
I can't stand my with his old slick, gonna be so smooth. Old fiend. I can't stand him.
I told you about that night I was in the club and that motherfucker kissed me. You know nothing about me.
Hey, he a wild boy.
I'm telling y'all, I
Cause he
know
used to be
when
hanging
it
out
comes
there.
to Michael,
He
when it
used
comes
to
to
be
Michael
hanging out
Irvin.
there. He used to be hanging out there in North Dallas.
No, I wasn't in North Dallas. I was at Mr. D in Mandeville, Arkansas.
Let's go. Yep. Billy Sims.
Cosell was the dope man. Cosell was in the club with him. Cosell was married to my ex-husband's cousin. I was in the club with her. We went back there with Cosell, and Michael, we sitting there talking. Michael Irvin just got up and mouth all over mine. I'm saying the truth. I'm saying I had forgot about it until about 5-6 years ago, my best friend brought it back to my attention.
Nah, I'm just saying you remember back in the 90s when he was going through that stuff. When he was going through hell at that time or whatever.
Cosell, the dude I was just talking about, was the one who took the dope to him when he got caught in the motel. Cosell told me that. I'm the one that just dropped the dope off.
Oh, over there in I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. You talking about it was out here in Texas, right?
It was in Dallas, right here in Dallas, when they caught him at that motel, had it all over the news. They busted him up in there with that dope. And Cosell had just dropped it off.
Since you said that it was over there in Carrollton or Farmers Branch.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, Addison. Yeah. Over there around that area. Oh, yeah. Nah, he was a wild boy. I'm just saying.
Right now.
Huh?
Michael Irvin ex-wife stay in Mesquite right now.
Oh, they got a divorce?
Yeah, they got a divorce.
Oh, damn. He was a wild boy though.
Yeah, he was out there. Mike Irvin was out there. He was out there real bad. He was. I mean, his skin already was rough and tough and looking ugly, but his skin got real rough. He went way down. Yeah.
I'm just saying, hey, y'all remember that time? Yeah, I'm just saying, y'all remember that time when he was going to court or whatever? That nigga showed up from court in the damn fur coat.
when the white.
Yeah.
No, it was black. It was black.
But when he was on that football field, you couldn't tell nothing was wrong with him, could you?
Yeah. Nah, cause he used to be hitting his chest like King Kong and shit, and he used to be hitting on his chest. I was like, damn, what the hell wrong with this nigga? Then when I found out,
But how many balls he dropped? How many balls he dropped?
He used to drop nothing. He used to drop nothing. He was focused.
Exactly. When he was on that football field, he was a motherfucker.
The playmaker. Yep, sure was. He used to be catching like 10 10 catches a game.
He was the best wide receiver, and Emmitt Smith was the best running back.
Yep. And Troy Aikman, don't forget about Troy Aikman.
I don't like that white boy.
Why not?
Because I think they pumped him up a little bit too much. He was good, but they pumped him up a tad bit too much.
I like Troy.
That year they won that Super Bowl 53 to whatever it was.
No, it wasn't 53.
I was sick as a dog. I watched that Super Bowl. It was 53-6 or 7 or something like that. And they gave.
You talking about when they played against the Bills the first time?
They gave
that's what you're talking about. They played against they played in Pasadena. They played in California. I know what you're talking about.
They gave Ken Norton Jr. and Troy Aikman the MVP, and I didn't feel like, and I watched the game. I was sick as a dog. I remember Troy Aikman shouldn't have got the MVP because you doing your job as quarterback, but them boys out there running them balls, getting them touchdowns. So why'd you get MVP? And Ken Norton Jr., he was clowning out there at defense, whatever part he played in defense.
Yeah, because
I wasn't tripping because he was a white boy, but he quarterback. He was doing his job. He was doing the job, okay, but how he was doing the job, everybody else was making the plays.
Hey, you know what? You got a point right there because everybody was showing their ass out there. Leon
Everybody was out there clowning. I remember
yeah.
I thought that I had bronchitis. I was sick as a dog. But I
Yeah,
had to watch that game.
Yeah, cause they knocked out Jim Kelly that game. I
And
was
Cowboys ain't been no good since then. They've been going downhill since then.
Yeah, well, Jim Johnson left.
now you know what
That's bad.
Jimmy Johnson should have been in the front office until about to the early 2000s. But him and Jerry Jones had got into it. They was college roommates and they was college teammates.
Yep, they played football together in Arkansas.
Yep. You sure right. They played for the Razorbacks, and
Let's go
and they
PC.
was cool or whatever. But Jerry Jones, he was trying to have his hand in in too
Yeah,
much or
and that's
whatever. And then Jerry Johnson ain't no yes man. He was just like, hold on, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because they said they used to be arguing like they say you could hear them out in the hallway.
and Jimmy Johnson was the first one to call him out. He said, "You either gonna be the owner of the coach. If I'm the coach, let me coach. Get your ass
Exactly.
somewhere, sit down."
Yeah.
Exactly. Because look, his son need to be running things right now.
Jerry
That,
Jones
that,
need to
that,
keep
that's
it up.
that's why they behind. That's why they behind. If he
Is that
if
why
he
they
let his
behind?
son,
No, they ain't why they behind, because they've been behind since it's 30 years ago. They should have got rid of Jerry Jones a long time ago. He done put them in the
now
dirt.
if he let his
Why he
son,
own that motherfucker?
huh?
He own the team.
I
They
know it.
can't get rid of him.
Now
And
he
the
need to
problem
let
is
the son.
you sitting back and letting you got all these people in position to do these jobs. You trying to do the job for them. That's the reason why the Dallas Cowboys going down. Because you trying to do all the job. You done hired the people to do the
They was
job, but you
bad.
won't let them do it.
Yeah,
And he
that
paying
that,
all
that
this
was
money.
that was my point. That's what I'm trying to say.
He paying all this money to these team players, and they ain't win. They ain't winning nothing to make him no money.
He really
Yeah,
ain't paying them.
Miss Perk. That's why they be that's why they worry the hell out of me or whatever, because they got everything that they need. But I'm just saying, just because he doing what he doing, or Jerry Jones, just because he doing what he doing, that's why they ain't winning. He need to let his son. He need to let his son run the run the organization.
And not only that, he's showing his racism too, because pay attention. You didn't want everybody talking Zeke washed up, Zeke washed up. Zeke ain't washed up. I don't blame Zeke. You don't want to pay me, and I'm out here making these plays for you. I damn near took y'all to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. But the quarterback out here, you gonna make him the highest paid quarterback, and he ain't doing shit, throwing interceptions left and right. You gave the quarterback all that money because he a half breed, but you didn't want to give this nigga nothing. And I'm out here playing. That's why he held out that year when it started, and he was down there in Mexico. Fuck y'all. You gonna pay me or I ain't gonna play. And I don't blame him.
Yeah, and then look, since you said that, you remember back in like 2018, 2019, when he was going in and out of court because he had messed over that white girl or something like that though.
Yep.
That's when he started. Oh, that's when Zeke started falling out.
Yeah, because they sent that white girl to him. They sent that white girl to him.
And he should have been so damn dumb. He should have known what it was.
Yeah, but he didn't know because he's from up north, and he don't know how, because he's from up there, Cleveland, Ohio. But he don't know
I thought he was from Missouri.
No, I think he's from Ohio. He went to Ohio State. I know that much. I don't know
Yeah,
where
he
he's
went
from.
to Ohio State, but I thought he was from Missouri.
I don't know where he's from, but he didn't know how the good old boys actually operate down here in Texas. And I told him, everybody thought I was crazy because everybody they think I just be talking. I don't have nothing. I'm just not a hater of the white folks. I just sit back and watch and see how it go. Before Dak got that white girl, he was throwing that ball. Time he got that white girl, he stopped throwing that ball. And when he stopped throwing that ball, I said it. I told him, my son and my husband, and they all started laughing. I said, he got a white girl. He got a white girlfriend. He got a white girlfriend. You what you talking about? What you talking about? It wasn't a good 2 weeks later. Him and the white girl was on the news.
Oh, since you said that, no, well, no.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I'm just saying. No, I got something to say, but I don't know how to say it though, because people won't think I'm funny.
Say it.
You remember back in the day? You remember One Moon, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, One Moon. He used to play for the Oilers, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
And then he started tripping.
Yep.
And then my daddy, you know what I'm saying? Because me and my daddy, we used to watch, you know what I'm saying? We used to sit together, you know what I'm saying? Bless his soul. We used to sit up there and watch him on Sundays. You know, we used to watch him on Sundays. And then he was like, what the hell wrong with One Moon? He was like, something wrong with him. And then come to find out, he started messing with, you know, them type of ladies.
I'm gonna tell you somebody else too. Wasn't nobody paying attention to Daryl Strawberry.
Yeah, well, he
I
just fell
thought, I
off.
thought, I
What
thought,
happened
I
to
thought he
him?
was on drugs. I thought he was on drugs.
He did get on them drugs, but
Bad.
when he first come out being big in that baseball, he had a black woman. When he got on them drugs and started falling off, he had a white girl. All them
Oh,
football
okay.
players that go down, all them black football players that go down, go do. I bet you over half of them had a white girl.
That's what I'm saying. Nah, cause my daddy had told me. That's what I was trying to say about One Moon. My dad, he was like, you know how we've been talking about One Moon? I said, yeah. He was like, he was messing with a you know, white girl, and he got her pregnant, and this and this, and I was like, what? I was just like, what in the world? And then Dale Strawberry,
All right, now I'm
cause
gonna watch one you.
huh?
Now I'm gonna watch one you.
Oh, she done watched the video. Let's go now, my boy. We listen. Let's go. Let's go.
Why she got them eyes on? Why she got them eyes on me?
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Man,
Eyes on you, Charlie. Just throw some
no,
eyes on you.
I ain't gonna, man. I'm
So
just
don't worry
saying.
about it. You know that ain't. You know she just trolling. She just trolling.
I'm scared to watch. Shit, fuck that.
But yeah, we
You
can get up off
laugh
this.
at that nigga. No, that's what Boo thing said. She was like, I'm gonna tell. Watch him per watch. I was like, man, what the hell? I'm like, don't you tell on me.
Yeah, I got the news. I was like, oh no, this don't. No, not my Tara. No.
No, I ain't did nothing. Now like I said, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't
Yeah,
nothing.
but ain't
She,
nothing
you
wrong
know.
with it. Sometimes enjoying yourself and quit doxing
Yeah,
yourself.
nah,
And
but I understand.
you know,
Nah, but I understand. I understand why Boo thing mad though.
yeah. But
I understand why she got upset. You know, it's
but
understandable.
how you can make that up? You know, you can you know you know fatten that purse up. You know what to do. Should make money make everybody smile. You know what to do. You know what to do. You know if you need a little help, call me and I can give you some instructions. You know.
You trying to make me out of tree?
No. Oh.
I just messing with you. Now messing with you. I'm trying to make you laugh.
It ain't you ain't got it. You can't trick if you ain't got
Nah,
it.
my old school. Nah, my old school.
But
Nah, hey,
ain't
my
nothing
old
wrong
school
with a little.
probably told
But let me tell you, ain't nothing wrong with a little trick it every now and then. Cause I need me a trick. Trick or treat.
nah, nah, my old school partner had told me that. He told me that. He was just like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I had made, you know, one of
Trick
my
and
little
treat.
girls had mad or whatever. Then he was like, man, just give us some money. She'll be quiet. I'm just like,
But Tony, I never had a boyfriend who never just gave me no money. Just somebody I'm just kicking it with, having fun. I drove folks cars and I did stuff, and I mean, I always had me some pocket change, and I had me put money in my purse and no money in my purse, and yeah. That's what a man's supposed to always make sure his queen is got everything she
yeah,
need. I mean, car filled with gas, tune up, oil change, pocket change, make sure everything in the house
car,
correct. Yeah.
car wash. Yeah, car wash and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
right. That's right.
Cause,
That's right.
that's how you could spot a single woman or a nigga that ain't shit or whatever. If that car dirty, like hold on. Why your nigga
Well,
ain't
I'm
getting your
glad
car?
you said that. I'm glad you said that. So what you need to do is get him on that damn plane and go up there, because I know a whole girl called nasty than a motherfucker.
I'll clean them. I'll clean them cars. You hear me? I'll clean them
Wait a minute.
cars. You know what I'm saying? I don't say like. Hold on. Just give me some time. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take care of her. I'm gonna take care of her. You know what I'm
What you
saying?
gonna
She
say,
give me a
Sam?
chance.
Wait a
If
minute.
she give me a chance.
My husband ain't gotta wash my car because I like getting out there washing it myself and putting on my Daisy Dukes.
Oh, you trying to get a whooping?
All right, Miss Parker, Miss Parker.
She talk about. She talk about the Miss Parker shorts.
Yep.
Yeah.
She'll get beat down.
And get out there and wash my
She out
car
there with
myself.
the she out
I
there with
can't
the
say
water
it.
hose. She looked just like her too.
Get right on out there because I
You
ain't
got.
bad and I ain't out of shape as old as I am. And I get right on out there my little Daisy Dukes and I wash my car.
Yeah, I can't even.
Hey, Cap, I used to hate when my mama I was in middle school. My mama used to put them Daisy Dukes on and go outside and spray the house off and shit. And them niggas be like, I saw your mama outside spraying the house. I'll be so damn embarrassed. Like, mama, put some clothes on. Damn. These niggas looking at you.
Hey, what that mom just being a little eye test for them little young boys?
Like, that house don't need sprayed off. What the hell?
Yeah, I can't
When
even
we was
keep.
in Texarkana, I used to do it all the time. I do it now, but I might go to the car wash. We in Texarkana, I used to do it all the time. My husband friend started, you letting her wash that car? And he retarded, he didn't know no better. She wanna do it. Nigga didn't even know. Don't you see what I got on?
Yeah, I can't even keep a straight face. You know that Bucci.
Why you think they stopping by here asking you why you letting her wash that car?
Right. Tori, you better have him go see your boo thing, because if your boo thing that wash her car said, yeah, you just never know who trying to creep up on her trying to wash the car for. You know, once a man start washing cars, and then he started trying, well, come in 2 weeks, I'll wash it again for you. Well, I'll check the oil for you, put a little gas in your car, you know, have to take gas, little pocket chain. Right then, she got him on lock. He gonna call me every day, gonna pay my phone bill. You better take care of your business, you're gonna lose that woman.
No, I'm finna be on it. I'm finna be on it or whatever. No, like no. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out
We
of
gonna
character.
see.
No, I'm gonna get out of character.
Okay.
Shit.
Ain't no getting
That's
out. I mean, hold up. Hold up before we go. Why would you get out of character?
shit. Cause that's my boo thing. Shit.
But why would you get out of character?
I ain't
Then when you ain't, why
even cuss.
you getting out of character when somebody else doing what you supposed to be doing?
No, don't do that. Come on now.
Okay. Anyway.
That's my boo thing. No, hell no.
He
Hell
too
no.
sensitive about them type of conversations, partner. Fall back over
Y'all laughing at me. Y'all laughing at me and shit.
I ain't gonna
Y'all
go
laughing.
in deep on it. I ain't gonna go deep. I ain't gonna go deep. I ain't gonna go. I'm gonna leave. No, I ain't gonna go by. This person can go deep, be deep.
We're gonna let nephew talk some sense into him. We're gonna let nephew spit some knowledge to him, ain't we, Perk?
Yeah. So
You
Charlie, I hope I
so what?
That was PC.
Man, no. It ain't even like that. Shit.
But it be all right, though, Tori. So what you doing Friday, Tori?
Nah, I'm finna shit. I guess I gotta come out there. Cause I gotta do a couple things, you know what I'm saying? I get paid on Thursday.
Yeah, I'll be home wait for the cause I'll be here.
So at the end of the week or whatever, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna have to meet y'all for Forest Lane or whatever, and then cause I got them clothes. I got like 5 trash bags of clothes. So cause you trying to help the people with the clothes and stuff.
Yeah, I sure appreciate my brother. I sure appreciate it. Tell mom and them and cousins, uncles,
Yeah,
sisters.
no, I appreciate you let me, you know what I'm saying, let me help out or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? So,
Friend, I got a bag of clothes too.
Oh, you got something? Oh, come on, all right then.
Yeah. my Chester that I had my clothes in broke, so I went through it.
Yeah.
So I got one trash bag.
Well,
And then
I'm gonna
my
reach out to
son,
Jennifer to see if she can, if any of the grands grew out of their clothes, so that you can have some kids' clothes too.
yeah, cause matter of fact, my son would be out there this weekend. I think my sister wanted to put a TV up and put some her dress and stuff up. So maybe you can get a chance to take them by her house, like right there on Matlock and drop them off. And, Pap,
Just let me know. Just let me
yeah,
know.
and send some of my firewood too.
oh hell yeah. Hey,
I'm gonna
say,
get some
cause
more
it
because
been
I
cold
scratched
out
a
here.
lot of.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, Perp, do y'all have? Well, it's everybody can get the neighborhood act. Remember last year these people was giving away the firewood.
Right.
The lady said, "I'll put it to the side for you. Come get it." So that lady reached out to me again a couple days ago. She said, "I still got a lot of firewood." And I told her the homeless people under the viaduct. I gave her the location. I said they need it if they out there. It's really been too cold for them to be out there. But I said if you can get it over there to them, if I can't pick it up in enough time, please don't throw it away. Don't do nothing to it. Just give it to them people because you just don't never know. I would really hope nobody's out there in these freezing cold temperatures, but hey, some of them on drugs. They don't get out. They don't get to the shelters in time. They close the door to the shelter and they just stuck.
Yeah,
And that they can really use that firewood.
Especially one with pets and stuff. They ain't going to the shelter. They pets can't go to the shelter. So yeah.
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 Well,
Well,
friend,
friend,
did you hear about that 900 bed shelter they opened up in Dallas?
I sure did. I'm so glad. But who gonna go?
Yeah, I checked them out from a lot.
But a lot of people is not gonna go to them shelters because they want to do like background checks or take them through some kind of so much paperwork. People don't even want to go stuff like that. They be leaving stuff like that.
And supposedly that shelter taking in the pets too.
Oh, okay.
So I hope it's not one of the ones where they have to have an ID because a lot of these homeless folk do not have an ID.
Right.
That don't make no sense to me. They're homeless. How do you expect them to have an ID?
Now the ones here, they gave you the bus pass and the voucher to get the ID. As soon as you went registered, they gave you all of that. Came in your basically your administrative packet. They gave you the bus pass to get down there to the vital statistic building to get your birth certificate or whatever it is you need so you can get the ID. Then they give you the voucher, which is the money that you would need to pay for the ID.
Okay. But sometimes people don't want to change their living situation. They want to come in at a certain time and get be there a certain time of day or night, before they shut down. And I hope it be a good thing. So I'm gonna make sure I get the phone number and address and everything so I can make sure I pass it out and let people know. But yeah, I hope it work out for them. I sure do.
Definitely. We keeping all of them up in prayer that's going through that.
Most definitely. And the people who in the fires, y'all, people who lost their loved ones, and man, y'all just with the things that we got, just say it ain't much, but I sure like what I got. Ooh,
yeah, very grateful.
You know what I mean? Very grateful, TT. Very, very grateful.
And I'm gonna just say this: I could sit up here with you and Pap all night and clown and act up and talk about the things that matter. Y'all just a vibe. Y'all know how I feel about y'all. But I appreciate you having me up, Perk.
Oh,
we love you too, TT.
Now tomorrow is Pap Day for class. Tomorrow class too, y'all.
Yes, be here with bells on with your notepads and your voice recorders.
Yeah, tomorrow, you ready, Pap? Are you ready for us, Pap?
Tomorrow we're gonna talk about fixing your credit.
I don't have my tape recorder ready.
No, you did help me a lot up on the last show, Miss Pep. I sure appreciate it.
You sure welcome anytime. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about fixing your credit. And I'm gonna share some of the laws and stuff that'll help you fix the critic and tell you how you can do it yourself.
So, Pap, the last time you talking about child support, so that might be a good thing for a lot of men who would need something like that to help them with their child support. That's behind and how it work. I don't know, but maybe there's a lot of things that some of the Tory might probably need checking too. And you saying if anybody have kids, what they can do. Some you saying. So y'all tap in, y'all. She give some jewels out, get some knowledge.
Yeah.
I had to get my voice recorded out. Shit.
Yeah, nah. I'm just saying. You say you had your you was writing your notes down and stuff and like that or whatever, and then TT she had told me she was just like, cause I'm trying to write a book, and then she was just like, she was like, ask Miss Pell.
Yeah. No, I had my voice. I had a voice recorder. I recorded everything.
You trying to write a book to her? I can tell you. Go
It's
on chat.
it's a novel. It's a novel.
Wait a minute, Pap. Don't tell him too much, cause he ain't donated to be no entertainment TV. I ain't got my clothes yet. He ain't did no cooking yet.
Don't do me like that. That's cold. Don't do me like that. Nah, I was writing a book, and then I was talking to TT one day. Then she was just like, she said, Miss Pep do all that stuff. She was like, ask Miss Pep.
Yeah.
And then there she go. You know what I'm saying? You was,
I'm
doing
gonna say this, and y'all catch it and run with it. AI is a MF. It's just the way you use it. And ChatGPT just about give you what you want. You just got to put the right thing in there.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cause I can't find my you know what I'm saying, what I've been writing or whatever. But I got
your notes.
I got two chapters written down already. I got 2 chapters or whatever. And then I want her to hear it, you know what I'm saying, so it kind of get me, going. But you know what I'm saying, but I'm working on it though.
You mean you want her to proofread it, or do you want her to direct you to what you need to do for publishing and stuff like that?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both.
You got the knowledge.
I just told you what to do as far as the proofreading. You can put what you already got wrote down into ChatGPT and tell them to write it better for you.
Okay.
Now, when you get ready to publish it, then I tell you what to do from now.
Okay. Because the title of the book is called Street Days. It's street. It's the word street, and then it's days. DAZE, like school days.
Y'all drop my Cash App in the chat, cause he dropping his he dropping his information. Y'all put my Cash App in the chat.
I'm gonna give you some damn money. You know we better than that.
I'm just jiving. I'm just talking shit. I'm just jiving with you, man.
Okay,
no, because I've been thinking about it. Whatever. I was just like, huh?
Did you write down what she just told you to get it proofread and do the editing and all that for you? Did you write down the app that she told you to use?
Nah, I ain't ready.
Everybody talking about ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. And then once you get the novel finished, she says she'll show you how to do the publishing and stuff.
Hold on, let me turn on my light. I'm finna write it down right now. Hold on, let me see. I'm finna write it down.
I got a book on Amazon right now. I got to go back and edit it.
That's what TT had told me. Hold on, it's called what?
Chat.
What?
Chat, CHAT, GPT. I need to go back and edit my book on Amazon, but I got one on Amazon right now.
It's called Chat GPT.
Yep.
CAT.
Okay.
Chat, CHAT.
Oh,
And they
chat,
got the
CHAT.
Yeah, that's what I'm
free
saying. Chat. That's what I'm saying. Chat GPT.
yeah, they got the free version and they got the version that you pay, but it ain't no whole lot. It's just up to you. And the one that you pay for, you get a little bit more. But the free one will do just as much, almost.
Oh, okay. Nah, cause I had been directed to you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cause I had started when I was locked up.
Okay, well, we talk about this tomorrow. I'm gonna get off. It's been about 3 hours. Get off my phone. Let me get off my channel. Bring your notepad tomorrow, Tori.
All right, it's yeah, you've been on here 3 hours and 26 minutes.
Tomorrow we're gonna talk about the credit and the life insurance policies.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. I do got life insurance for my baby girl. Yeah, I do got life insurance.
But I'm gonna tell you, make sure you got the right one where you can borrow money from it.
Okay. All right.
That's the whole term, ain't it?
Mhm. All right. Nah,
Well, I
y'all
appreciate
showed
you,
y'all
ladies
should
and
do.
gentlemen. I'll be here with bells on first thing tomorrow, Pap. I'll be looking forward to your show.
Yeah, y'all go subscribe to Just Me TT, y'all. Y'all get us subscribe to TT, y'all. Y'all means over there in United Kingdom. Y'all go subscribe to Just Me TT.
Thank you, Perp.
You said the
y'all go
man
check
said
out
then she giggling and stuff. You see, man.
and y'all come back tomorrow because we're gonna talk about the
Go
credit.
on mute, Tori.
We're gonna talk about the credit, the life insurance policies, and the trust. We're gonna talk about your credit. Then next week we're gonna talk about how to build up the business credit once you get your business started.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Well, day 2 of class, y'all. Anything you want to say, TT, before we get off here, girl?
Oh no, thanks for shouting my channel out. I'll be live Friday. So y'all keep an eye out on my thumbnail. And everybody just stay prayed up, pray for America, pray for the Black community, pray for each other. Love and blessings.
Anything you want to say, Tori, before we get off here? My friend,
Yeah.
that's my friend, y'all. I love Mr. Tori,
I
y'all.
appreciate you for letting me come up and everything, and then like you be saying, you know what I'm saying. How you gonna love somebody else if you don't love yourself?
That's right. I want you to get yourself together too, because you and my son y'all gonna do a show together one day, probably one day next week.
Okay, yeah, that'll be cool. I'm down with it. I'm down with it. I'm
I
down
wish
with
you
it.
were here
You
in
know what I'm
person, but I teach
saying?
you also how to run the stream yard, because I'm gonna be showing him how to run the stream yard. I wish you can be here too to show you how to run the stream yard too. You know.
Okay, yeah, because I need to do that because I'm trying. I've been trying to start my show. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm finna be trying to figure that out or whatever. And like I said, you always appreciate it. You know.
Already. Anything you want to say, Miss Pat, back there in the background, girl? Out there in no
Everybody,
man's land.
everybody keep your head on the swivel. Each one teach one.
You know, I said out there in no man's land.
Yeah, I sure am. No man's land and it can't go nowhere.
Well, it's gonna be all electric cars pretty soon when Elon Musk gonna make sure all them Teslas be out there on the market. Trust me.
Wait. I ain't gonna hold you up, but you didn't see that where all them Teslas couldn't get no power because the charging
Yes.
station was froze.
Yes. Did you see that one man was going around? You see that one man was in Tesla trying to get to the airport, and the Tesla kept on going round and round in circles in the airport. I mean, in the parking lot.
Yep.
Yeah, and the man said he can't get no tow. He got to wait. He got to get a tow truck to tow the car to the company.
Yep.
God dog. Say, I just want a car to use a gas can. I'm sorry.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Cause that you got the gas in there and you got all your fluids in there. You crank that baby up, that's gonna fall off.
Yeah, my granddad always tell me, as long as your fluid's good, you're gonna roll a long time. Just keep them fluids running up and through there. You're gonna be all right.
That's right.
And
Yep.
that's a true believer too, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
A true.
Yep.
Shoot,
Yeah.
all right, y'all. Shoot, don't forget about it. But we be back tomorrow, y'all, at 7 o'clock. Y'all get us some education, not education. Get us some education. We just always just putting Tori Lee, y'all. Y'all know we love Tori over here. Tori, y'all, Tori, y'all better not miss Tori. Make me hit that pen on y'all asses up over there and come on and beat y'all down and go on back to the house. Anyway.
Now
Anyway, y'all.
we're gonna talk about that later on or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't want to get caught up. Anyway, y'all know our motto. Oh, y'all check out Switching Lane sector. Tony still swinging podcast. Shano, I don't know. There's Miss Parker and also the Rock Squad, which is Shana, which is Shank, which is the Shank Rock channel, and also like I said, there's still swinging Switching Lane I can never get it right. Switching Lane sector.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all know our motto. Y'all know our motto. I gotta give me some like now my watch doing.
I know that's
Anyway.
right. Me too. Don't leave me out.
But before I go, they did say that Texas can have only 4 ounces of cannabis, but that Ken Paxton here on wheels, y'all. I be glad when he get the hell up out of there. Oh, I be glad he gone. He give everything a hard time by passing in the state of Texas, y'all. Which I don't understand that. He do. All right, y'all. Anyway, how the hell y'all gonna love somebody and love yourself? Peace.
Yeah, good show.
They never said it would be.